What's up, everyone? It's the Interview Queen Alicia Toot here, and be sure to watch True Heel Heat.
All right, hello, True Heel Heat. I'm the AEW World Champion MJF. Just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or since you listen to this podcast poor, you're listening to True Heel Heat, and I apologize for that.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat podcast.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook for AEWramble, episode 214, Omega Down and Out. Should have been again. Discussing last night's September 3rd, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by the man of 59,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling. He is Jimmy Macram. Jimmy, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I hope you all are doing well as well. Let's get the show on the road.
He's like, let's get this over with, as always. I appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us.
Hold on. I think another Moxley and Death Rider segment just came on. Give me a second.
I know Jimmy's just like, I hate this show. This is why I don't even message you during the shows anymore, because I know the stuff that you hate that I have like grown to be like, it's like that cousin that you always hated all your life, and then you get older and you're like, all right, you're part of the family.
I had a cousin like that. We got into a fight last time.
We all got them cousins. But yeah, that's the Death Riders for me now. Where I'm like, yeah, I found some enjoyment out of you. You had a good match. You had a great match last week. This week you had a good match.
How about no match? How about everybody's doing the fucking Roman thing except this nigga? Fucking leave. Go away. Omega figured it out. I would much rather have Omega stick around and interrupt the show for 12 seconds than John Moxley and the Death Riders. Good lord.
You just want Omega to be heel again. You haven't loved AEW quite like you loved AEW when Kenny Omega was heel.
Does that win? It all blends together on me.
It was all that time when Punk first came.
Is that Collision? That's not Collision, right?
Oh yeah. Other than that, I was gonna say second is Collision.
Oh, the greatest 11 weeks, the last 10 years of wrestling history. I've never
heard. What we need to do is ask the chat and ask anyone who's watching. If you're watching on demand, you can comment down below and let us know as well. Do you want Jimmy to have his own show where he goes back and watches and rewatches, like we've been doing with Goat Series, where you go back and watch the 11 weeks of CM Punk's AEW Collision?
Oh, brilliance. Brilliance on another planet. There's a couple bad shows. I remember 2 off the top of my fucking head. But 9 out of 11, that ain't bad. That's fucking Andrade and who was it? Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Andrade and Buddy Matthews, FTR and Bullet Club Gold.
Oh, Jay White.
Of matches.
Ricky Starks and Tony. Oh, come on, man.
The Collision Cowboys, Ricky Starks, Tony Storm.
I had to whip his ass. Come on, man.
That was when Tony Storm was first figuring out that she was a 1950s Hollywood starlet.
Fucking brilliant. And now here we are.
Christian Cage kicking his daughter out of the building.
Christian Cage is talking to Punk, who walks around with a belt they didn't earn. This is still one of my favorite lines ever. Because he's walking around with the TNT championship he didn't earn. And it's actually belongs to Luchasaurus. Oh, man. How do we blow it? For Jack Perry, obviously. Very important stuff.
Of course. Everything comes back to Jack Perry. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on the video. That helps us out very, very much with the YouTube algorithms. You can also share this video with all your wrestling family, friends, and fans on all your favorite social media platforms. You can also hit the subscribe button if you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Hit the bell to stay notified so you always know when we are live, regularly live, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. But we got a little change in schedule with this show today, or 1 hour later than we usually go, 1:05 p.m. Eastern time, just 1 hour later today. And then Saturday, we're not going to be doing the flagship podcast. We got our change of schedule there. We're going to be going on Sunday at around probably like 10, 11 a.m., probably 10:05, so everybody can get out the way. You can watch us as you're leaving church. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us. And yeah, we're always here live. We got plenty of content for you to enjoy, so hit the bell so you always know when we're here. And of course, you can also hit a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about AEW Dynamite last night. You can also comment in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you. We'll try to highlight as many of your comments on screen, as many as we can. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel and to AEWramble, you can do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We do have a super chat donation from our main man, Negro Buck, Nikki Boy Nick Jackson. He says, I am once again asking for Jon Moxley to take a vacation. For the love of God, give a nigga me a break.
I don't understand. I'm so very confused by all this. I thought that was the whole point of losing the belt. That now he wouldn't be such a focal point of the program. It's a waste of my time. The whole feud was a waste of my time. Maybe not for you. You guys get to see the championship. You want to see so much. But for me, the whole point of him losing would have been he's not around as much. He's around more.
I mean, for those, you know, I'm gonna be an advocate for those like you who think like you, who don't want to see Jon Moxley around, and of course Negro Buck, because he is so generous to send us a super chat donation. The last 2 weeks has been like different from the build to Forbidden Door. The build to Forbidden Door, we complimented and praised the fact that the main character was Hangman Adam Page. And the main antagonist, as they said in the entire build to their matchup, is MJF. They were the two most featured characters on the show in the weeks leading up to that show. But it was around probably like the last week heading into Forbidden Door, and then the last 2 weeks. Jon Moxley and the Death Riders has definitely been the focal point of the last 2 weeks.
Insanity. Maybe Mr. Ratings has got him shook. He thinks Moxley's the guy to prop him up again. He isn't. Spoiler alert.
People are making the argument. He's in the argument for Wrestler of the Year.
Like, what do you mean? like what does Wrestler of the Year entail? Most screen time accumulated? Because then, yeah, maybe between him and like EO, I suppose.
Well, there's the argument that Wrestler of the Year is anything you want it to be.
No.
What I understand Wrestler of the Year is it's a combination of all the things you would think to be the wrestler that's known for that particular year. Like 1989, Ric Flair was the Wrestler of the Year.
Seems pretty obvious, yes.
Seems pretty obvious, right? 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the Wrestler of the Year.
Solid call.
There we go. So 2000, there's debates. 2000, there is some debate as far as like who won a lot of the awards. It was like The Rock and Triple H was like the Wrestler of the Year around that time.
And the list.
So yeah, there's some that go down to a debate. There's some that seems clearly obvious. So I think that it's a combination of, you have to have a list of great matches, great memorable promos and angles and segments that you did, character work. You have to be a draw. You have to be a top position in your company, a main push star. So you have to have a combination of all of that.
So Moxley's got 1 of 5. I don't think that quite.
He has great matches.
Not compared to the motherfuckers he's up against. He's not EO. He ain't Takeshita. He's not Hangman. Can we stop? Oh, there you go.
Fair. There you go. That's a good one, Big Man Dogs. He says Wrestler of the Year: matches, promos, commercial impact, kayfabe success.
That's a great way to put it. Kayfabe success. Yes.
Kayfabe success. Your accomplishments. Yeah, he's got that.
Sorry.
He's got that. He's got commercial impact.
If you guys stop trying to sell me on fucking, I do YouTube. Don't be selling me on him making AEW all this AdSense money. What, 25 cents off a million views? Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. No. Sorry. You're out.
Those pay-per-view buy rates, man.
All right, we'll see. Keep that energy. You got what? September 20th, whatever it is.
He's got
how big of a draw Moxley is.
He's got the top main event pay-per-view draws, pay-per-view in particular, of any wrestler in the world today.
What the fuck does that even mean? Put that.
It means that WWE is not on pay-per-view.
About to say, please put that to perspective, please.
I try to say it as down to the word. Context is key. But yes, and he's had great matches. Who's your Wrestler of the Year?
Gun to my head, Hangman.
Yeah, that's mine.
But Hangman, and like that's the beginning and the end of the conversation as far as AEW goes. Like I'm not entirely sure who number 2 would be if it was a man. It would be Mercedes. Maybe the gun in my head again, but that's about it. So, I know you love Tony Storm. Stop.
Yeah, that's who's mine.
Oh, good Lord. I'm not doing this.
If we're just doing AEW Wrestler of the Year, it's Hangman and then it's Tony Storm for me.
You know what? Where was September? Tony didn't really make me sick until like July. So you know what? Yeah, you put Tony in there. You can put Tony in there.
Made me sick. She checks all those boxes that we're looking at here. That's why I'm keeping this comment up. So that's why I would say she's number 2, and then I would say you're probably right with like Mercedes as number 3, and then Moxley number 4.
How's Osprey not 4? And don't say he's hurt because we're ending it right now in September.
You're right.
So,
you're right. I'm making a joke. Yes,
I would say by him too.
I would put Osprey at number 3 actually.
Ahead of Mercedes?
Yeah, I would put Osprey at number 3.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to argue he's top 10, like all companies considered, sure.
Who's 5? Who's 5 if he's not 5? I would say he's got an argument for 5.
Maybe. I said all companies considered, he's top 10. But
okay, all companies considered. Yeah. He's top 5. Who's it from WWE though?
Let me see. It's matches, commercial impact, kayfabe success, and promos. How do you even measure commercial success anymore? Since they don't do buy rates. And you can't even see the quarters from Monday Night Raw. It's fucking outrageous.
It's basically YouTube views and social media views.
Punk
and merchandise sales. We do know that merchandise sales.
Punk, Becky, EO. That'd be about it. Yeah. It's probably end of my list for me. I ain't gonna hold it.
Yeah. I think if we're just, I think like people get confused. Like Wrestler of the Year, yeah, you could say top 5, top 10, but like there's, I think that WWE they don't have that like one. I think like Punk, he checks the boxes in regards to like the commercial impact. Not really kayfabe success because he won the world title for 5 minutes. But he is in a top position. So I guess if you're doing that as kayfabe success, so he's good in that bar. He doesn't have that many great matches because he doesn't wrestle that often. He has great matches though, and then the promos he's had memorable ones for sure.
Even in a down year, which I'd say it is this year.
Yeah,
still top 10 in the world. That's what it is.
Yeah, I would say the only other male wrestler from WWE would probably be Gunther for me.
I didn't want to say because I didn't want to have to hear about Pat McAfee, but yeah,
he doesn't check the box in commercial impact, but he definitely checks the box in the matches, the promos, kayfabe success.
Yeah, if he had some solid booking, he'd be running away with this fucking thing. But it's not the hell of that. I'm so annoyed. I'm so about it.
There's going to be some people who check the box, if you just have those 4 categories, they check the box in like one, overwhelm it so much. Because they've had years like that. Like 2023, my Wrestler of the Year was Ospreay. And that came down to really his matches, his kayfabe success. He did have commercial impact in his time as a top star for New Japan. So.
I can see that. That's why I put EO up there. She's outrageous.
Yeah.
Strongly good.
Yeah, definitely EOS, and like if you're just doing like women's wrestlers, it's like North America wise, because there's like Joshi wrestlers like in Japan. Saya Kamatani has had an incredible year where she checks all these boxes. She's doing great promos that engage the crowd, get big reactions from the crowd. She can either get them to boo her or cheer her. Her commercial impact, she's been a part of like the biggest shows in Stardom history. Kayfabe success, she's been World of Stardom champion, the top prize in that company for the whole year. And her matches, she's had match of the year candidates with Tam Nakano, and she's about to have one with Momo Watanabe, who just won the 5-star Grand Prix. So Yeah, she's had an incredible year where she's in that conversation. Saray's another one where her commercial impact is mainly because she's created her own promotion. And she's still wrestling for all the other Joshi promotions, Stardom, Marigold. She's the Forbidden Door in Japan. And she's kayfabe success. She's won titles in all those promotions. She's the IWGP Women's Champion. Had great matches with Shuri, with Vinny, and much more. She's had matches all over the place. So yeah.
I'm looking at somebody who's not on this list, who we're not even considering, who we haven't thought about. I haven't seen him mentioned in the chat. And he doesn't deserve it through no fault of his own. And that's Drew McIntyre, who, in my opinion, this is enough to have Triple H's Book of the Year stripped away from him and give him the CM Punk.
I mean, it's Booker of the Year. What, Booker of the Year for last year, you mean?
Yeah, for last year, yes.
Oh, okay.
It should be stripped away, like they did Reggie Bush. You should be given the fucking CM Punk. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've seen enough evidence. I gave it a whole half a year. What do you want from me? I see nothing. I see nothing. So I really thought we were on to something here. I thought this man, Mr. Levesque, I know you're watching. I got to keep it real, so I can do, sir. I thought he was headed for like a Jerry West-like run here, where he was going to be like a top. Well, Jerry's like top 15. Triple H top 18 to 35, depending on who you talk to. But yeah, top level career as a wrestler, and then the top level career as executive, and it just has not panned out. And I'm a little annoyed. I'm gonna hold you.
Maybe he's just gonna. Maybe he's just
18 to 25.
Maybe he's just slotted as one of those guys who's a tentative main eventer, but their main spot is upper mid Carter.
Who, Drew?
Yeah.
I heard he was at Vince's party.
Maybe he's more of a Vince guy. Maybe that's why he has the relationship with The Rock. Oh,
so I was about to say, I don't think you should play soft.
Ooh, okay. We're on. Man, I love when we have these conversations and we just hear the light bulb. It's like, oh shit. Like, yeah.
I was sitting there, I read that. I went, oh shit. That explains so much. Fair enough. Yeah.
That's why he's cool with The Rock. Vince was the bridge. Vince was like, yeah, just get good with The Rock now that I'm
Triple H, not Triple H. Vince and Drew enter into a party. It's interesting. A lot of soul assholes leaving, I would imagine.
Wow. Okay, sir.
What?
You didn't run that one by me.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm joking. Well, for Drew, I am at least. So, enjoy the party. What do you want from me? He went to the party. How's it my fault?
I mean, he made a choice. He's showing who's his friend.
Hey,
but they told Jerry Lawler, get that picture offline, please. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You're letting the cat out the bag here. I mean, Annika, she says that's not his. I don't know who she's responding to, but she says that's not his fault. Hangman needs a good opponent, and for some reason, it's not gonna be Takeshita with the sleeping emoji and sweat emoji. I was like, when he comes out for the Mark Briscoe segment, I was like, well, this threw me for a loop because you're not gonna have Takeshita lose this. I don't think you should after you just won the freaking
to the universe.
The freaking G1. Please don't do that. But Mark Briscoe is supposed to get a shot at the TNT championship. So that was confusing. And then you follow that up with fucking world beater Kyle Fletcher laying out everybody, laying out the two top baby faces to close the show. I'm like, so, okay, we're doing Fletcher and Hangman. I could get down with this, but it should be Takeshita. It should have been Takeshita. That's going to be the catchphrase for this whole matchup. It should have been Takeshita.
Props to Kyle Fletcher. That's all I'll say. Good for you. Hollywood strikes again. You give him fucking say you over Takeshita. Insane.
Bruh.
Insane behavior. Does he have
What?
a belt? It's a European championship.
Yes,
What fucking skill?
he actually does. But you
Wow.
said it's the European title, so they said, you know what? We're gonna show you how this push is gonna. You think, oh, this is small eggs? We're gonna show you how big this push gonna be.
That's what to say. If we get Takeshita and Okada at all out, and Fletcher and Hangman, I suppose it makes sense. But how are we gonna get there with Takeshita? I'm concerned with this Mark Briscoe situation. They put Mark Briscoe over. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if he pulls out a gun and shoots Takeshita. It's disrespectful of the highest order. It just is. It's wild. It comes out Takeshita's friends with Vince too. There's no excuse. Push Takeshita. Push.
I don't care if he's friends with Vince. Push Takeshita, please.
Give a fuck.
Oh, good shout on the Becky Lynch by Power Driver finisher. She's had a sneaky good year where she's she's in that conversation, especially like we would just bring out like North America because women's wrestler of the year, it gets more difficult. I feel like with the men's wrestler of the year, you're really just looking at kind of like North America for the most part because Japan hasn't had like New Japan hasn't had like the stellar year of guys that have stand out. Your All Japans, your Pro Wrestling Noahs. There's been the Ozawas and stuff like that that have had good years, but there hasn't been like that standout performer. But with the women, you have to look at like Mexico, Japan, and all that. But it's just looking at North America. It's Timeless Toni Storm. It's Io Sky. It's Mercedes Moné. It's Becky Lynch for me. The top four.
Becky will be in this conversation much longer because she's gonna have to carry Seth Rollins, who drags everything down. So she'll be exiting this convo shortly. Good Lord.
But oh my God, what a segment on Monday. I'm still raving about that. I raved on it. I did a whole solo podcast. I did like 2 hours on my own because I was raving about this segment. This segment was fantastic on Monday.
Becky and Punk?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only 3 catalysts in the world. And 2 of them in the ring together. It's supposed to be fantastic. Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm even Hangman on the spot, by the way. Nobody else deserves it. Except Seth Rollins, who's a negative catalyst. Brings everything down around him. Yeah, Punk and Becky together. You know it's going to be fantastic. Elevation to the highest level. Brilliance. Old school professional wrestling. At its fucking best. Motherfuckers wanted Punk to beat up this chick. That's outrageous. Now y'all. That's how good they are. Fantastic. So happy.
So you know who we had on freaking In the Weeds today? We had Baron Corbin, Bishop Dyer.
Oh yeah.
He's today. We talked to him for like an hour, and he brought up the whole like how his phone was blowing up on Clash in Paris about John Cena using the end of days. But he also was getting blown up about people on Monday, people saying that, you know, Baron Corbin wouldn't have taken that. Punk should call Corbin.
Do we think AJ Lee's coming back? Is that like a fact?
It seems like it's gone up. Like since Sunday and it happened, it was like, okay, there's a chance. So it was like 30%. Yeah. Then after that segment, to me, after the Becky Punk segment, it's like, oh, we're at an 85%, or they better say something.
I was about to say, after that segment, if they didn't plan on it, they do now. Like they got a phone with that.
Yeah.
Might have fucked up.
And, you know, WWE's, whoever's in their social media department is going to get fired. Because they said
it's AI. I'm almost positive. That response was so chat GPT driven. Like, what is this? Nonsense.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, they went and like answered somebody's tweet. So a big like social media following for like a wrestling account, wrestling reporter apparently. And they were like, oh yeah, if you want to wear something for AJ Lee's return on SmackDown, it's fine. We're gonna have something ready by WrestlePalooza. So you basically are saying, yeah, it's gonna happen on Friday. Yeah, it's happening at WrestlePalooza. Basically gave the whole fucking shit away. It's like I was gonna say it on in the weeds earlier this week, but I'll say it here. I was like, I'm sorry to feel bad for WWE, because it seemed like they gotta go through more drastic measures to not have surprises leaked. Like you got Brock Lesnar coming up in jets. Like these are these own stories that sound crazy. Yeah. You got Brock showing up in a jet an hour before the show closes, so no one will find out, so we can do that. You got Triple H calling Travis Scott before he lets John Cena know he's turning heel. Only these 6 people on this call can know what's going. Like, yo, it's like they gotta go through these FBI type like fucking sting operations to keep a secret without it getting leaked.
Hey man, that's what you want to do. You sign up for it. Good luck to you. Oh, I just wanted to ask you, because I keep seeing this, and we talked about it last week. Is the was that HBO Max, the AEW pay-per-view announcement? Was that what that was?
Yes, they announced yesterday that AEW is going to have pay-per-views available on HBO Max. It's going to be discounted, I think, to $40. And it starts with AEW All Out on September 20th, which is now being moved to a 3 p.m. start time, which I'm kind of on the fence on. I'm kind of like, me personally, what do you think? You making the faces, so what do you think?
All right, 2 thoughts. Well, 1 question, and then 2 thoughts.
Yeah.
Do I need an HBO Max subscription to buy the pay-per-view?
Yes.
How the fuck is that a discount? $40 discount. I'm paying for the fucking subscription. I'm paying what I'm fucking paying for that a month. So I'm paying that and this. What kind of greed? I love that. I told you. What did I tell you? WWE didn't invent capitalism. It's always been here. By here, I mean America. So that's great.
To answer Nikki Boy, Takeshita checks the box in the matches department. Most definitely. If he's in Japan, maybe promos, but I haven't seen that many. But matches department, definitely. Kayfabe success after the G1, definitely. He's there, and by the end of the year, it looks like he's going to be having more of that, especially in Japan. It's the commercial impact and promos department where he's like, where he would be in like the bottom half of the top 10. But I can make an argument for him to be in the top 5. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think that's fair. Right. So greedy and egregious. That's number 1. And number 2, as far as moving their time, Chris Rock talks about hiring Johnny Cochran as a lawyer, and the complaint being, if you hire Johnny Cochran, you look guilty. With the response being, yeah, but you get to go home. So while moving your pay-per-view time makes you look like a bitch, it's for the better. It just is. No, it's not a great look, but you don't get your head stomped in because they're clearly not playing. Lesnar, Cena, Stephanie Io, Punk, AJ Lee, and Becky, and they're not playing around. They finally unleashed the Kraken, which we've been telling them to do, or shut up, and they did. He said, "All right, bet."
Yeah. We like it's me and Jimmy's fault. Like I blame us. I mean, I'm loving it as a content creator and a fan. This is like, oh, this is great. I'm having fun. But I know that must be stressful for these guys. So that's why I said I'm on the fence with this, where, like you said, it is the smart move to move to the afternoon, because All In and Forbidden Door prove with their pay-per-view buys that you're going to be fine if you're in the afternoon. Like combined, I think the bottom half of what the range is at, they did 300,000 buys between All In and Forbidden Door. 300,000 buys in a pay-per-view market where everyone's dipping from pay-per-view. WWE, UFC, boxing barely is on there. Like, everybody's dipping for pay-per-view, and AEW just did 300,000 buys in about 6 weeks. Like, that's something that's very impressive and good on their part as far as their business. So it's not going to make a difference with them going to the afternoon. But that's why I'm on the fence. The but part is once you show weakness, they're gonna do this again now because they know you're gonna move. And then next time they're gonna have the counter move already ready. Soon as you announce this, oh, we're going to the afternoon, boom, NXT, November to remember. Say thank you for Full Gear. Thank you, Full Gear. Hope y'all in Jersey enjoy your afternoon show. But all of us on Peacock gonna enjoy NXT, November to remember.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little concerned now if I was them. They I don't know if they smelled blood in the water, but they decided to start taking a real swing. And I don't know what that looks like for wrestling. If WWE is by far the only game in town, it's not good for anybody. Well, except maybe Triple H and Macram. That's about it.
Yeah. We got Will Chisholm who says, Kenny, thank you so much for the super chat donation. We appreciate you, Will Chisholm. Good to see you once again. So we got 2 of these to give. I'm sorry I didn't give Negro Buck his proper respect. So Negro Buck gets.
Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my God, Siobhan. What the hell is wrong with you?
She's warming up, by the way. You see it happening already.
She's what? She's warming up?
She's warming up. It took forever. She's warming up.
What, the brawl? The brawl impressed you?
Didn't impress me. But she's got a partner that she could fuck up without real consequence. Jordan Grace is a gangster too.
Okay.
She's not a gangster. I thought you guys like fucking roided up. I mean,
no, I like Jordan Grace. I like Jordan Grace. I think their rivalry is something, but it's missing the women's championship. Like, this should be for the women's championship. This is your top. This is your top 2 women right here. Will Chisholm says, Kenny said Roman is smart. I'm not working all out.
I've got some real concerns. I ain't gonna hold you about this roster. Omega, first of all, I keep hearing he's like really hurt, like his body's breaking down on him. I mean, understandable. It's been going at an outrageous pace for God knows how long. But yeah, I'm concerned. If with him working a Roman schedule and swerving, Osprey out for half a year, however long it's gonna be, it's like an actual issue.
Yeah, that's rough. That's 3 of your top 4, top 5 baby faces in the company.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
And it seems like this is a kind of a thing that happens around this time of the year for AEW, where they have guys kind of shuffling in, shuffling out. Like Darby comes back, but then you're losing these 3 guys, and then you still got guys like Jay White that's out. Oh. Like, you got some top names that are on the shelf right now with injuries.
Yeah, I think it's a great roster that you can turn around and it's like, oh, you're kind of okay. What the fuck happened? Niggas is gone. Sorry.
Niggas hurt. Put the spotlight on the women. The women got everybody. Just get one of them. Just use them right. Yeah, that's basically what he said. He's like, go. Let that dream go. He's like, women? You mean Tony Storm? Here's more. You know, I love Tony, but damn. We got Naomi is a good shout.
Yeah. She definitely got the promos and she's got the character work and she's positioned highly.
Yeah.
Match was mostly solid.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the rest of the year solid, but it's solid enough.
Yeah. Big Man Dog says Saya or Saray is the smart pick for 2025 for sure. I love those 2. What?
Yes. The smart pick. That's fucking hilarious. I agree. I'm trying to seem smart pick. Absolutely. Yes.
Azumi has an in-ring wrestler of the year case, not winning but up there. She's had a great year. She has got a great year. She would be in that discussion for Japan Joshi wrestling. You don't have to be a smart. You could just be a Joshi fan. Joshi fans are automatically smarts.
Yes, you fucking watching Japanese wrestling. You're not Japanese. Beat it.
Yeah, I think this is
The
deserving.
words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Fair enough.
So you never watched Japanese wrestling?
Unless it's
Before
something
I started mentioning like New Japan to you.
No, like if it's something I've got to see, I'll watch it. Omega and Osprey, Omega and what's his face?
But what
Gabe
about
Kidd.
like 1990s, like
An
or
outrageously overrated match, by the way.
What match?
And Omega and Gabe Kidd. The match is egregious.
You just want to mention that to say that, like
I mention it every time I get the chance because just like I used to bring up Osprey and Speedball. That's my new Osprey and Speedball. So I think this is egregiously overrated. You used to say if you're within a half a star, then it's no big deal. We're not within half a star. We're at a star plus. What the fuck are we doing? The fuck is this? Anyway,
you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Occasionally I'll find some Japanese,
but like nothing from like the 90s or 2000s.
If it pops in my timeline, I'll watch it. But I never seek it out. It's probably the best way to put it.
Like Misawa versus Kobashi.
Yeah, I've seen.
Never seen it. You seen those?
It was pointed out to me. Again, I don't
Okay.
seek anything out. It has to be like you got to see this. All right. Give it a watch. Really? Oh, it's Omega. Oh shit! This nigga, they keep talking about AEW TV. Let's watch Gabe Kidd match. All right, 4 stars. Let's move on. Fucking Christ.
You just want to do this.
The match of the year candidate.
This man has a personal vendetta against this kid. Chuck Berry says, honestly, for WWE, I would have to say that Dirty Dom is top 5 in my opinion.
He moves merch, ironically, because of the heel, and he's positioned well. His matches are fine. His promos are fine. I'm sorry, no disrespect. He'll be great one day, but like we're not there yet.
Yeah, his positioning on the card is he's a mid carder. like I'm sorry to say that, but I there's not a lot of times that Wrestler of the Year goes to a mid carder.
Oh fuck! Who did they give it to? Fucking one of these years. I forgot who it was. Was it PWI? They gave it to Malenko, I think, in '97.
Yes, I think it was 1996.
No, because it was over Austin, which is egregious. What are we doing?
Okay.
What are we doing? I don't understand. Good Lord. It's a great professional wrestler. All right,
Big Man Dice says Becky might actually make me watch WWE again. I mean, that segment with her and Punk. I was like, this is the best thing. That's what I kept saying on the review. I was like, this is the best thing that Monday Night Raw has produced in like 2 months.
He was working with the star of that fucking family for once. Thank God. This Punk Seth thing is all time. It's not all time bad, but it's all time. It's all time.
I think the Vision will go down as like all time bad. Of not all time bad like the group itself, the idea of it. Nah, it's the structure of it, where the leader is the least interesting person.
It's group. Jarring.
Like the manager is more interesting. His wife is more interesting. The enforcer is more interesting. The guy that used to be a rival that joins the group is more interesting. His shoes are more interesting. Like this shit is ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Because he refuses to change anything about himself.
At all. He's so comfortable with this Seth Rollins thing. And if that was like a point, like we're about to watch Seth's downfall because he won't change, it could be interesting. And yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's all time a waste of time. It's an all-time waste for everybody involved. We've seen this feud. It was Drew and Punk. It was amazing. We all loved it. We're done. Seth's like, it's my turn. No. No, I'm sorry. I'm done with that.
I didn't get my chance. I didn't get my match. We didn't get WrestleMania.
Sorry, Charlie. Oh. What deal, big man dogs? What are we talking about? Oh, the HBO?
I think you're saying that one, yeah. King Potate says it looks weak, but they can't compete.
That's what it is. Run up on Mike Tyson. Like, hey, you can either fight him or you can walk away. You like a bitch to walk away? Yeah, but you keep your teeth in your mouth. Just that.
Sharik said AEW is the morning show for stoners that don't wake up until noon.
I don't know what that means. It just seems mean. Fuck.
Exactly. Like, what are you trying to say about this fan base, sir?
I know it's not nice. Give me something.
We again got Big Man Dogs who says, have you seen Rock's promo on Seth? Do you think the Netflix people are asking if Seth will be champion?
I remember that promo. I never think that's really mean. It's prophetic in hindsight.
But it is true. It is
Yes,
true. Those Netflix ratings, man. Every time I check them, it's just like the US ain't going up nowhere.
They did a 3 the other week.
Yeah, but in the US, it just don't seem like people is watching it on there.
That's a real issue. Listen, and I don't mean to be rude, but he should be on the Randy Orton schedule now. But Orton has nothing to do for months, so he doesn't show up. Then he comes back a couple months later and he does something, then he leaves again. He's quietly on the Roman schedule. That's what Seth
he
should be.
is.
I'm sorry. You've
Punk
done it.
is too.
Yeah. It's not happening. Though he's here significantly more than people are.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Definitely.
And they turned that women's division. Well, I turned it around. I thought the booking's gotten better. With Becky obviously being brilliant. And then Rhea and Asuka and Io. Everything else, though, by everything else, I mean division, stinks.
Everything else just feels unimportant. That's the issue.
I told you. You need some real people in there. But not real people. You need some psychopaths in that fucking red zone.
I just don't get why, like, you got people like Stephanie Vicaire who just doesn't wrestle for like months at a time.
Yeah, well, we got nothing for her. What do you mean?
Like, you mean you got all these people on your roster? You're paying how many people? And you don't have nobody to wrestle her?
I'm sorry, and those two getting hurt are not an excuse. I don't like it. It's not an excuse. Stephanie Vicaire. Figure something out.
Yeah, I hate when fans use that as an excuse for WWE. It's like, dude, like, they got how many people working there? You telling me they can't come up with a plan B, a plan C? Can't figure out how to use this person in this position instead? And they have been doing that with the women's division. That's why I'm like, so there's no excuse then.
No. Like, I'm not actually to figure out something with Karrion Kross, no disrespect. It's Stephanie Vicaire. This shouldn't be that fucking difficult.
All right, let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Dynamite was from, once again, Philadelphia, the 2300 Arena. Now, I know your feelings about how the 2300 Arena looks, but how did the fans sound last night?
They were fine. They were about where it's supposed to be.
They were good once again. I thought they were loud and they were into the stuff that I thought they should be into, like our opening segment. We get AEW Dynamite coming on air with Excalibur welcoming us alongside Taz and Tony Schiavone. No Ian Riccaboni, 1 point down. Running down tonight's card when they were interrupted by the Death Riders mercenary Gabe Kidd, who tells everyone that they're on his time. Kidd got in the ring. He says that this dump isn't big enough for Darby Allin to hide in the rafters. And right on cue, Darby hops on to Gabe Kidd's back and starts attacking him. The fight was on with Kidd dropping Allin and exposing the steel buckle, but had his face rammed into it by Darby. As Darby climbed the ropes, Kidd swept his leg out, and Allin crashed hard on his ribs first on the steel. Then you get Kidd, who was sent into the barricade, but he spun back and hits a hard lariat onto Allin. Kid then started jaw-jacking with the fans, giving Darby time to hit a coffin drop to the outside, trying to coffin splash in the corner. Kid sank in a near rear naked choke, but Allin then raked the eyes to get free. Willie Yuta then you get Willie Yuta coming out, but then Darby basically knocks him off the apron. He then hits Kid with a springboard coffin splash. He then goes under the ring, and Darby grabs a skateboard covered in tacks. As Yuta tried to cut him off, Darby hit an ollie off the second rope onto Yuta's back, taking him out. You get John Moxley and the rest of the Death Riders. They show up, strolled to the ringside area, but before they could do anything, the lights went out. An H symbol appeared on the screen, and you hear the crooner music for Hook. As Hook comes out, we see John Moxley smiling as Hook came out. But then as Hook was making his way down the aisle, the music of the Ops hit. Out comes Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. They fight with the Death Riders. Then you get Willow Nightingale, who comes down and starts fighting with Marina Shafir. The brawl goes all over the ringside area as Darby and Gabe Kidd fight to the backstage area. They head to the parking lot where Darby is heading over to, I guess, his truck. I hope it's his truck. Then we have 2 crimes he committed here. You get Kid who choking Allin, screaming that he wanted to see him go unconscious. Then Kid swung a hammer wildly and missed. Allin then threw powder into his eyes, choked him out with an ether rag. Yes, we've seen Ruthieing in wrestling. Now we've seen ether rags make a comeback, before putting him in a body bag that was tied to the back of his pickup truck. Taz called Kid Body Bag Jones over here as Darby out of the arena, dragging Kid in tow as the fans screamed on at Kid being basically, I guess, murdered or attempted murder, at the very least. Jimmy, what did you think of this opening segment? I enjoyed it. It was a nice chaotic start to the show. Darby Allin, he's just very much, it's like he has the body of someone like from the skateboard park in the mid 2000s, yet he has the wrestling character of someone straight out of the Attitude Era.
I would enjoy all this a lot more if there was silence from the commentary team, who treat everything as if it is one big fucking joke. Everything is a wink and a nod. This is all cute. Oh my! Somebody's supposed to be murdered. He's being dragged behind a truck.
What a moment!
Oh, just stop. Good Lord. That aside, Darby is fucking amazing. I forgotten how much I enjoyed Darby. After the match last week and the opening this week, he bumps like a madman. My favorite bumper. He's brilliant. We don't think Gabe Kidd is a big deal, do we? By we, I mean AEW, because he's positioned as shorter Claudio. They both do the same thing. They're both here to get beat up by the babyface and save Moxley from things. I'm not mad at it. I don't have an opinion on one way or another. I'm just curious. All this was fine until we went back to commentary to talk about what's going to come next, which feels insane to me. The art of booking a wrestling show, of formatting a wrestling show, is gone. Clearly. Holy shit.
Because the commentary team do not react to it like actual human beings. Like the form of commentary is either you can have a couple of functionalities, but you have to pick one. And usually what's always worked is where the commentators are an extension of the audience, where they react like the audience. But like these are not how human beings even act, like, let alone wrestling fans watching a wrestling show.
Oh shit! No, just oh my! Wow! Anything can happen on Dynamite. Shut up! What the fuck are you talking about? Good Lord!
It'd be one thing if Tony Schiavone was the problem, because Tony Schiavone does pretty much commentate like he did in the 1990s. But then you got Taz, who comes out of like the 2000s, 2010s. And then you got Excalibur, who's like 2010, 2020s, kind of more modern. Like, yeah, it doesn't mesh that well. That's why it does work when you add Ian, then you have someone else who's more modern, but more of like even more of a nerd than Excalibur. But he has that enthusiasm that makes him unquestionably likable.
Yeah.
Whereas Excalibur can come off as a bit pretentious.
Yes, above it all. This silly wrestling nonsense. Though I won't hold it against the show. This was a good segment and the appropriate amount of Death Riders. I'm sure we won't double up on their fucking appearances.
There's no way we would do that, right? No way. No way in hell. Dion bring back Matt Riddle and let him feud with Punk. We need that real hate. Did you see the Matt Riddle comments?
I know he no-showed something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, he no-showed this event that was for charity. He tried to say that it was he didn't. He tried to say he didn't know it was for charity, but he recorded a promo that they posted after the announcement that it was for charity. Then he did an interview where he was asked about AJ. He was asked about Punk. So he talked about Punk, and then he was asked about AJ Lee potentially coming back, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that would be great." And he was like, "Yeah, she used to sleep around a little bit, but man, I did too, so that shouldn't matter."
Matt Riddle's an interesting case because outside of maybe Lesnar and Lashley, you can't really do anything about it physically. You run with Matt Riddle, you're going to sleep. That aside, he just seems kind of worthless. I don't really care. Sorry. And no, I don't want to see him in a Punk feud with real hate. I am over the CM Punk did this to me 10 years ago thing. I'm over all of that. I never need to see any more of that.
Seems to be the Cody Rhodes brings up his father.
Oh, good Lord.
Punk crunches.
That's why I enjoyed Punk and Night so much. Some awful story from 10 years ago. Who cares? We already did it with Drew, and it was amazing. And with MJF,
great.
And it was amazing. I'm good.
You did it with Eddie Kingston, and it was amazing.
Amazing. I'm good. All the time.
You did it in all forms, like you did it in all durations. Like the Eddie Kingston shit was like 2 weeks. The fucking MJF shit was like 6 months. The Drew McIntyre one was like a year.
Good. This Seth thing might beat that. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
I'm good. Please stop.
It's kind of extreme, if you ask me.
It's a bit much.
Some
bad in this place. Stop projecting.
A bit much. Power Finisher says 100% agree. I'm not sure. I think he's talking about the commentator because he always complains about the commentator.
And rightly so. Heinous. So one thing holding AEW back.
He said, like Jones over here is the only fucking thing Taz offers, as that's enough for some. You have Ian motherfucker. Yeah. Put Ian in. How you got one of the best and he's sitting on the bench? I know it's something about Ian that he doesn't want to travel and work like that because his family and stuff, and he has a full-time job that he cares about a lot, but I don't care. I'm thinking about me.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
I'm not even sure. I think I can look it up, maybe. What does
Trump has already shut down all this fucking cancer research, so it can't be that fucking important. What you're doing? It can't. You're not researching cancer or vaccines or things like this, so it's not that important. Clearly, you better bring your ass to work. Lord.
Why are you this way? I don't understand.
What is going on?
He is an accountant director responsible for access and reimbursement call centers with over 50 people under my umbrella, focusing on oncology and neurology therapies and solutions to get those affected on therapy at little to no cost.
God damn it. Of course he's doing something great. All right.
Why you gotta be great at something else? Like, how dare you? We don't have a lot of y'all here. We don't have a lot of y'all here.
What about us?
Why you gotta be good at something else? More Ronaldo want to be good at commentating boxing? Like, why we can't have anybody good?
Pile driver. Oncology is cancer and neurology is the brain. Well,
yeah,
he's saving the world. What the fuck? God damn it. What is going on?
That's why he explains stuff so well. That's why he explains stuff so well.
Why don't you figure out why Taz stinks? Let's do some actual work. Real work.
Tell us how many steel chair shots during ECW is the reason why Taz is this.
Please let us know.
Oh man, that was great. That was great. That was a great revelation. If you learned anything from this episode, it's that. That's what you learned. All right, let's talk about the opening contest, which was for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné defending the TBS Championship against Alex Windsor. Moné was on the attack.
She's fine.
What happened?
That wig is heinous, but she's fine as hell.
The wig is kind of crazy.
That wig is fucking heinous.
It was when she first comes out, I was like, what the?
She got the fucking SmackDown versus Raw wig. Like, that shit looks ridiculous. She got the creative player ass wig. That is heinous.
Moné was on the attack early until Windsor dodged the Hurricane Rana, briefly
Wait a minute. I'm not keeping interrupting. Look at this building, sir. This is heinous. What the fuck? Ew. We're the second biggest promotion in the fucking company. What the fuck? In the fucking country, rather. What is this? Ugh. All right, that's it. No more complaining.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
High school basketball ass building. What is this?
Windsor applied a half crab. Moné got free. Briefly getting the statement maker for a little bit. Moné gained control while Windsor rolled outside, dodging a Meteora. Moné limping momentarily. The delay allowed a Windsor somersault senton from the apron as back inside and then back inside. Windsor connected with a flying clothesline for 2. Moné wanted a baseball slide, but Windsor blocked it and got a sharpshooter using the bottom rope. Then we get breaking the 5 count. Moné kicked free and managed a power bomb on the edge of the apron, which looked brutal. When things returned, we get a misdirection clothesline from Windsor that led to a reset. We get a Russian leg sweep. We get a blue thunder bomb by Windsor. Sharpshooter successfully applied this time, but Moné pulled her hair. Referee Aubrey admonished her, and Moné somehow was able to get into the statement maker. Windsor powered up while still in the hold, allowing Moné to hit a crucifix bomb and a backstabber. Moné charged but ran right into a pop-up power bomb for the double down as Justin Roberts at this point announced the 10 minutes remaining out of 10. 10 minutes remaining, 10 gone by. With both ladies down in their lace cross, you get Windsor, who tries for the Bret Hart Mr. Perfect sharpshooter application from her back. But this time you get Moné, who escaped by picking the ankle. Only both held on and stumbled to the floor, which looked like it really hurt. Both made it back in the ring before the count of 10. You get Moné hits a backstabber and had a quick delay, but then that hesitation allowed a desperation Windsor clothesline. We get a slugfest. Both women look like they're on the verge of getting a move, and then Windsor hits a headbutt and avoids the mate. It goes right into the Made in Japan for a very close 2 count. We get "This is awesome" chants from the crowd in the 2300 arena. Both women get to their feet. They go from each corner. You get Moné, who hits an iconoclasm into a statement maker. Windsor got a finger on the ropes, which should have been the break, but Moné kicked back and then got to the center of the ring. They repeated the spot. Windsor went back for the sharpshooter, only this time you get Monet, who held on, got a roll up for the 1-2-3 to retain the AEW TBS championship. Post-match, you get Monet talking trash to Windsor. Windsor offers a handshake, but Monet just flips her off. A fight is on after that with Windsor getting the better of her. She tries for the sharpshooter yet again, only to get waffled with the TBS title. Monet applies the statement maker until the music of Riho hits. She comes out to a big pop. She hits the double stomp off the top rope onto Monet. She sends her packing with the charging drop kick against the ropes, as then Riho grabs the TBS championship and poses with it. And it was announced later in the show that Mercedes Moné will defend the TBS championship against the first ever AEW Women's World Champion Riho at AEW All Out on September 20th. Really enjoyed this matchup. I probably enjoyed it a little bit more than I thought. It's very rare you get Mercedes in there with someone who's very as technically proficient and so precise with everything she does in the ring, like Alex Windsor was here. So I thought that they made for good partners in the ring, had a good matchup. The crowd was into it as well. And then the post-match with Riho sets up the matchup for the pay-per-view. I don't like the Riho pattern, the booking pattern of her gone for a while, come back, get a title shot, lose a title shot, gone for a while. That seems to be the pattern all the time with Riho. I hope that we can reverse that, but you're already starting on that pattern yet again here. But what did you think about all this?
What does she do in her spare time? Like, not spare time, but she's not in AEW.
I think she may wrestle on the Japanese indies a bit.
Okay. Match was good. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought, similar to you. While Windsor, her spot is circumstantial, we'll say. She is Hollywood's wife. I find that odd. I thought she performed well.
Why is that odd?
Not that they're married, the fact that she ends up in the spot while simultaneously being married to Hollywood. I'm going to say that's not a coincidence. No disrespect to anybody. But yeah, she performed well. This was my favorite Mercedes match since the match with Athena. They had similar strengths where it felt like an actual struggle and not a dance, as many wrestling matches can. This felt really good to me. Post-match, I'm happy to see Riho, but like you said, I know where this goes. You're not around enough to even think you're going to win this match, number one. And number two, I've already seen this play out before. I'm doubly unimpressed with what's about to happen. No, thank
you. Fair. We get Big Man Dodds who says, this is what happens when you run the ECW arena without breaking fire safety. He says, Big Man Does says they would pack like twice as many people, twice as many in there. They would have like 2,000 in there when they're only supposed to have like, I think it's like 1,000 without like a set or anything like that. Or
yeah,
I don't know. But fire safety is like under 1,000, I think, for that building.
Well, hey, sometimes vibes are more important.
Nikki Boy agrees with us. He says, I really enjoyed this match. We got Ace who says TBS championship match was great. We got Davion who says it was good. We got Davion who also says Riho is back. That's awesome. We got King Potato who says Riho Hogan has arrived, brother. Let me get a title shot. I like Riho Flair because she's Charlotte Flair. She's got the Charlotte Flair booking. Come back to a title shot.
So she's more likable.
She's like 1/4 of Charlotte.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did I complain about that unreal shit? Triple H said we got to talk to Tiffany. We can't have you going out there and saying what you want to say and disrespect the shot. Fuck you. Fuck you. What did Malcolm X say? Malcolm X say when the fucking government does not look out for its people have to look out for themselves. Fuck, if you're not gonna protect Tiffany, Tiffany's got to protect herself and go upside this bitch's head. Enough of these people. Triple H is making me more and more sick by the day. Sorry.
But that's not even the reason to be sick about it. The reason to be sick about it is there's only a couple of situations here. One, he's either someone who can't basically tell people this to themselves, but he has to send someone else to do it. Because literally the scene before that is him talking to Tiffy, being like, "Was all of that planned?" And she was like, "No, my last line, it wasn't planned." That's what she literally told him that in the scene before the scene where he's like, "Oh, you gotta tell her not to do that." So one, I'm quick to assume this was just for the camera, wasn't it? Because they never showed her actually apologizing.
And we had Tiffy win the match, so I think he was trying to. You know what? When Nigel talks me into it, I apologize. You doing what you have to do. I apologize. You're doing the right thing.
See, look at me defending Triple H. Ain't I good? I'm fair. I'm nothing but fair. We got Bell who says, I hate to say, but the inclusion of Riho after this long just says to me they ran out of options. I'm sorry. I don't think they ran out of options. They don't have any options that they want to use right now. The options that you don't think they have a plan at all for Mercedes to end this title reign?
No. In a word, no. I was going to come up with something more descriptive than that, but no. I don't think this whole belt collector thing has been much thought out besides giving her a bunch of belts.
I think they're going to eventually do the story of her downfall, of her losing all these titles. It's just when they're going to do that, that's the question.
All right. Calmly and slowly. Doing something and then having that thing taken away is not a story. Just Tony Khan, if you're watching, I just want you to know. Giving somebody something and taking that thing away, that's not a story. Somebody winning it, getting happy, and then losing is not a story. This feels like supposed to be part one. Mercedes conquers the world. Okay, so then we need part two, and then we need part three. Her losing the belt is not fucking 2 and 3. This thing's. She'll lose to fucking somebody. I'll let you throw.
No, part 3 is she rises up again. She's like the Phoenix. She rises up. Lord. She finally wins the AEW Women's World Championship. The title that eluded her. The one title that she challenged for and she wasn't able to win. After she loses it all, she sets the record. Ultimo Dragon, 10 championship, 11 championship. She loses each and every one of the titles. And then she has to start the climb. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta get back to the matchup. Gotta get back to Allin next year and win the AEW Women's World Championship.
Except this fucking losing it hasn't affected her at all. Losing that fucking match, she's the same fucking character she's been. She wrestles exactly the same. She yaps exactly the same. This changes fucking nothing. And why is your Act 1 going to be twice as long as Acts 2 and 3? That doesn't make no fucking sense. The fuck? The longest intro of all time. Good Lord.
No, you don't understand, my brother. It was all that before she had 5, 6 titles. That was the interlude. This really started at 6 belts Monet. Everything else we just added. We just trying to set records out here.
Bunch of incompetence. Working for the 2 biggest companies in the world. It's jarring to me.
Baby says I love Crash Out Monet more than 9 belts Monet. Got Dion, he says, does that lead to a character change though? Does she lose all those titles and remain the CEO? You want her to lose her song?
Lose all of it. Lose every single part of this character you've had for fucking 15 years.
It's not 15 years. She's only had this song for like a year and a half.
All right. Well, yes, lose it all. Please and thank you. Show some depth of any kind as your horseman sistren have. Well, one of them has.
I was like, 2 of them have.
Yeah. Don't be like Charlotte. Be like Becky.
Yeah, I agree. they're actually trying something new with Charlotte, but we can't officially call that growth.
Yeah,
until
I can't call it a win.
month. Yeah. You can't call that a win just yet. So yeah, I wanted that from the loss, and they kind of teased that with the first couple of promos, and then just moved on.
Good.
MEB says Merce is my GOAT, but I would love to see a downfall story and then winning the big one. Take my money. So he's here for the booking. He understands the vision.
I'm not against this. I'm not against this idea. But we've already passed the expiration date or over. It's an idea. It's fine.
For the bell collector part of this?
Yeah. Like,
okay.
They're like, I saw somebody post, has Mercedes officially won too many belts whenever she won the last one? I was like, nigga, we were past that point a long time ago. Fuck, who cares if she won some shitty belt from fucking Mexico or where the fuck she went?
What belt was one belt too many for you?
5. 5. 4 is the appropriate number. Like, oh shit. 5. Like, there's no difference between 5 and 10.
So that's why you were for the Kenny Omega belt collector story more than this one.
It's the appropriate amount. It feels like if you were a monster, you could defend all these belts in a month if you had to. You're not defending 10 belts in a month. Stop. No. Is she going to lose all these belts, or she's going to give them away? Which is my guess. She drops the belts, right? She loses hers, the TBS one, and she drops the rest.
I think she has to lose the TBS title first because I don't see Tony allowing her to lose outside the company until she does that.
I'll see her losing outside the company, period. No disrespect.
I mean,
maybe
I
one of them will
see that.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a little bit of it. I watch CMLL. I watch Rev Pro. So I watch 2 of those companies. A lot of these companies are like small independent companies at this point, like with the ones she's won lately.
I can't knock it. I mean, I would, if I ran a shitty, not shitty, a small indie, I'd be happy to have fucking Mercedes walk around my belt too. Yes, please and thank you. Come take it.
People have a bunch of different complaints about it. It's weird to me. It's like this is a benefit for them. They can just slap on their posters as seen on AEW, they can use it. There's like, oh well, they should be saying the name of every belt every time it comes out. It's like, dude, we don't got time for that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you see it, you pause it, you zoom in, you can see what it says on the title. Like, what do you want? What do you want it spoon fed to you every time she comes out? If she adds a new one, they do mention she beat so and so for this so and so title.
Very true.
So, we got Dion. He says most of those belts don't mean anything.
I get what you mean. But
I can't say you're wrong. I can't say you're wrong. A says Mercedes, it brings eyes to other promotions. She does that. She's been a significant draw for Rev Pro this year since she won the women's championship, and every show she's basically been on has been either a sellout or near a sellout. Same thing with New Japan whenever she's performed over there. CMLL is the hottest company in the business in 2025. So they don't really need her for anything, but
hey, hope it works out.
Yeah, CMLL is selling out 20,000 seat Arena Mexico every Friday. Like,
why?
It's ridiculous, huh?
Why? Who's there awesome?
Mystico. It's Mystico. It's Dorada, Masquerada Dorada. It's Neon. It's Zandakin Jr., who's a big star over there as well. And then they got all the partnerships. They got the AEW partnership. They got a partnership with MLW.
Hey,
New Japan.
It's working out. So 20,000 a week is crazy.
Yeah, it's something that people haven't seen since like the 90s. They're saying.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah,
I don't even understand.
Yeah, like Dave's been raving about it. Dave's like It's not gonna last, but man, people are not talking about it enough.
I first I heard about it. What?
Yeah, they're killing it. They're killing it over there. But let's talk about there we go. What do you got here? Yeah, Volador Jr. is another one. That is true. Volador Jr. is one of their top stars over there. Hechicero, who we see over here on AEW as well. Renee Paquette, she was backstage with the Ops, Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs, asking them where Hook stands with the Ops, which Joe says he'd like to know too. Hook walks in and says that he didn't need either of them fighting for him. He'll fight his own battles. Hook said they replaced him in the Ops before his body even got cold. He thought it was different than that. Hobbs said he's always had his back, but Joe says he's got this. Hook was right. It was because opportunity came calling. It's what the Ops does. They take opportunities. Hook wasn't ready. Hobbs stepped up. They didn't come out to help Hook tonight. They have their own business to handle. Hook has every right to be upset, but Joe made the call. And Hook needs to realize at some point he'll need their help. And they'll still have his back whether he wants to accept it or not. This was good. This was This was a necessary. I thought Joe's part was good. I don't know about Hook, but Joe's part was good. I like Joe as the he's the mentor. He's dropping some knowledge on
He's a hoe. Joe is a hoe. In character, Joe is a hoe. Where does Hook stand with the who does Hook stand with the Ops? Well, that's what we're wondering too. What do you mean you haven't talked to Hook? You haven't called him on the phone when you fucking replaced him? Are you fucking serious? What, I'm gonna stand up, we got your back whether you like it or not. I love that. He's a slave to the Ops. You don't get the fuck out of my face. This all stinks. Holy shit. And to see them two niggas stand over Hook is a jarring visual. Like, please, Hook, leave these people alone. This is a mess. This is a mess. I hated this. This made no sense for anybody. Everybody here looks like
I thought this was simple, effective explanation about the Ops.
How's an explanation? It just leaves more questions. Why didn't Joe
Where
call
they
Hook?
stand with Hook? They don't leave me with more questions. I kind of got.
Why didn't they call him? You don't care why they didn't call him? Or we just accepting Joe's a dickhead?
I mean,
I'm done with that.
Hook hasn't really. Hook has. I mean, they'll probably say it. Maybe they'll say it, and no, maybe they're not. But maybe they'll say it. Maybe they're not. But I don't think Hook is the type of person who would answer his phone anyway.
Answer his phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Try to call him. He doesn't answer the phone.
I agree. Yeah, most people his age don't answer the phone.
He's 20. What is he? 25? Yeah.
Notably untech-worthy generation there. The oldest 25.
I'm not saying he's untech-worthy. I'm saying he's too tech-worthy. He's doing other stuff.
I'm sure Joe's in the text. Joe's not 100. So
I don't know. He got unk status. He a unk though. He a unk. We got a bunch of people like Joe in the segment. See, I appreciate it. I appreciated Joe here. But we do have a complaint. We got Dion Jenkins who says Joe should have taken that bass out of your voice, son. Yeah, I wish he would have sunned him a bit, but he had to smooth things over a bit. That's what he was about. I Make Beast says Samoa Joe made the Death Riders interesting. He can do no wrong. I agree. Power Driver Finisher says Hook is mad. Joe got the sweet tooth roll and not him. Power Driver Finisher also says Hook's character seems dismissive.
Hook's character is on his deathbed. This is over. I'm sorry. We can call this now. I'll call it. This was when he came out, whatever the fucking music is, and I'm ready to call it. That music is awful. It's an awful choice. I didn't have an opinion last week. I've got one this week. It's fucking awful. What the fuck? That's pretty cool as like a video package song.
Coming home.
Oh. I don't care what the beef is with whoever fuck's singing the original one. Fix it.
It was so badass, that original music.
Dude, I still watch his original entrance from time to time. Like his first entrance that song. I was like, oh shit, it's just fire.
Yeah, and I don't think
pounds.
the song sucks. I just think it doesn't fit him at all. This man doesn't listen to Chrono music. He listens to trap music. I don't see that.
Action Bronson? That's what that was? Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
Action Bronson. What's the issue? Action Bronson's rate? You paid for fucking the final countdown. Pay Action Bronson. You knock it off.
We got Greg Carter II who says Joe is busy. He got trios titles, Twisted Metal shoots. He's busy. It's true.
That would work as an excuse. Sure, you can go with that.
Mm-hmm. I'll work. We got Big Man Dogs who says, imagine if Hook wasn't Taz's son. He would have been left.
You think so?
Yeah.
Going where?
I think he would have gone to NXT.
They wouldn't want him if he wasn't Hook's son. I mean, Taz's son. He wouldn't have got the push in AEW. The reason they wanted him was because he had the push in AEW.
I think he has some raw talent. You just have to mold it.
Yeah, he's athletic. He's got a good look about himself, face wise, body wise. Need to get on that Kyle Fletcher, Jordan Grace diet. Other than that, does he do anything that they don't already have?
Kyle Fletcher, Jordan Grace diet. It's crazy.
Is he not a younger version of Chad Gable, athletically? I do suplexes, and I'm not as good as that old man. What do you want?
I mean, fair. King Potato says, Hook to Joe, you replace me with another black guy. Hook, you're not. You're not black. Yes, I got it. Oh, we got Dre who says Samoa Joe is the GOAT. We also got Davion who says Hook's theme sounds like something that Show Power would use. Yeah. For a Tommy scene. Tommy being the only white character on the show.
Tommy chased somebody down in slow motion.
Imagination. I'm coming home. We go backstage. Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. They said their problems with the Hurt Syndicate predates well before AEW. His issue is for them, it's business, while for them, it's personal. The Hurt Syndicate to have relied on their past accomplishments as Toa Leona explodes, saying that it's all they have left, as Ricochet and GOA are the ones who really ended their tag team title reign, and their legacy is next. Ricochet says, unlike the Hurt Syndicate, they're not washed up. They're the future, and their future is ahead of them. Ricochet demands for them to have a trios match in Toronto and says that they'll stand above them, and that is not a demand, it is a command. I think by that being the tagline, the finish line, I think that's what they want the stable to be called, the command.
Oh my god.
I was fine with this. This was fine. What did you think?
I was not fine with this.
I know
you're
you're
not fine. This is bad. Not bad, just unimpressive. That's probably a bad way to put it. Yeah, it wasn't bad, just unimpressive. Just watching three people who I don't believe talk in ways I don't believe. I'm glad you memorized your script, but that's about all I can give you. Sorry. I got nothing for you. Lord. Swerve had a Hangman / CM Punk / Becky performance with Ricochet, because since this nigga has left, Ricochet has reminded me why he's Ricochet. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Please stick to the flips if you don't mind. Please and thank you. And the Gates of Agony don't help. I'm sorry. They do not help. Gates of Agony demanding. What are we doing? What is going on?
We get the Hall of Fame banner for Taz was shown raised in the ECW arena. Taz was greatly appreciative of the respect and admiration Tony Khan and everyone in AEW has given him the past few weeks. We then get the music of Mark Briscoe hitting. He comes out to a big ovation, saying that this building is where he and his brother fell in love with the professional wrestling. It's been guns blazing ever since. 2025, Briscoe's focus is on Kyle Fletcher and the TNT title right now, and it unfortunately meant he had a conversation with Don Callis, which gets some boos. Briscoe said that Callis looks like Elton John, dressed up at like a prosthetic penis for Halloween, and I guess some laughs from the crowd. In order to get a TNT title shot, Callis says that he'd have to defeat one of his henchmen. So he says, let's get this going. Callis walked out with Rocky Romero and Lance Archer in tow, as Callis has something important to say. Callis knows Briscoe is impatient to get his answer, but he's a little busy getting Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander ready for the main event tonight. Callis says that Briscoe's match will take place this Saturday on Collision, and it will be against none other than the Alpha, the G1 Climax winner, Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita comes out, has a face-off with Briscoe. Callis went to leave with his family when Briscoe says that he'd see Takeshita on Mr. Takata on Saturday. But what's the fight? Yeah, he mispronounced the hell out of this. But what's the fight right? But what's the fight right now? First, we get Rocky Romero taking off his jacket despite not being in ring gear. Then we get Archer, who's already in his ring gear, so we should have known that was going to be the matchup. He comes into the ring, and the match is on. Don Callis gives him Lance Archer to face here. The bell rings. The best line came in with Tony Schiavone saying how lean Takeshita looked, but Taz pointed out that Takeshita was wearing a shirt, which was hilarious. Briscoe immediately fought free of Archer, grabbing him up in a chokeslam position. He sent Archer to the outside, hits a baseball slide. Rocky Romero distracted the referee as Archer turned things around. He hits a chokeslam on Briscoe onto the steel steps. Back from break, Briscoe fought back, got into this one, but Archer never budged with some shoulder blocks. Briscoe changed strategies, clocked Archer with the clothesline off the top. Somersault Suicida followed. Back inside, Archer avoided a J Driller with a backdrop and then a bunkle bomb before flattening Briscoe with a chokeslam for a very close near fall. Archer wanted a blackout, but Briscoe was able to fight free. He hits a shotgun dropkick, thrust chops. Archer tried and wanted an avalanche chokeslam, but Briscoe fought free, hits a gnarly looking sunset flip powerbomb where Archer lands awkwardly on his shoulder. He doesn't have enough to get up after this, so Briscoe heads to the top rope. He hits the froggy bow for the 1-2-3. Good win from Mark Briscoe here. He beats the jobber to the star, so that must make him the star in this situation. In Lance Archer, I just need Archer, he has his role. He fills it. He does what he does. The match here was fine. The promo beforehand, it worried me because when they picked Takeshita to be in this matchup here, I was like, are they going to give him a win against Briscoe to set him up as the challenger for Hangman? Because we talked about so much what Don Callis' family member would be in this position to probably face Hangman. But after last night, I think it's clear who it is. But like, this was the first sign for me personally of the show where I was just like, I don't know about this one. I was like, if he's in this one, then he's probably not here. And then also, I wanted to see Mark Briscoe go for the TNT title. You even seem fine with that. As you said, that was the natural placement of things on the title that Mark Briscoe should be going for. So I thought that would be the next setup, him beat someone like a Hechicero, a Lance Archer, a Rocky Romero to set up the Kyle Fletcher matchup. But you present Konosuke Takeshita coming off the heels of him winning the G1, on the verge of him challenging for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And in the midst of this, I guess this slow burn story you're gonna do with Kazuchika Okada, he's not losing this matchup. He shouldn't be losing this matchup. God forbid. Mark should win this matchup, but he ain't winning against Takeshita. So it's a interesting matchup to put on Saturday. What do you think?
First of all, you saying he ain't beating Takeshita. You're saying that with way too much confidence. Way too much confidence. I don't trust Tony Khan, even a little bit, when it comes to Takeshita or Willow. It's not the end of that. What should happen is Takeshita squash him. No, it could be just squash him. 2 minutes, in and out, done and dusted. To show there's a gap between Takeshita and Mark Briscoe. No disrespect. But I would imagine since All Out is the 20th, I think. So that's 2 more shows. Takeshita wins. And then Mark Briscoe does not get his TNT title shot. Fletcher goes on to face Hangman while Takeshita. The Okada match feels really soon for what we've actually had between these two, which is some staring. Mostly with Takeshita. Okada didn't seem all that bothered, to be honest. As long as Takeshita wins, I don't care. I ain't gonna hold you. I really don't. Preferably clean, but I expect some. All right, where's MJF?
He took the week off. No sent promo here. He took the week off.
Well, last I saw MJF, he mentioned Mark Briscoe and his cost to the match with Hangman. So I imagine he interferes with Takeshita wins the match. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Who was it that mentioned that about MJF? I thought someone said it in the chat.
Somebody mentioned interference.
Oh, okay.
And then that made me think about MJF. Yeah,
Mark King Potato also said Mark Briscoe tried dragging down MJF, and now we got to drag it down. Young superstar Fletcher. Tony Khan is a war criminal. I'm gonna be sick. Oh my God, he can't win. He can't win. Say you're gonna tell. Oh, but I like Mark Briscoe. Get the fuck out of here with a comment like that. You can't. What?
I like you, but if he puts you on TV beating Takeshita, I wouldn't like that shit either. Enough.
He's not talking about. He's talking about him dragging down Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher is a rocket ship. He didn't take those. He didn't take whatever for no reason. He did it to be a star, and a star doesn't fucking fight Mark Briscoe.
Allegations. This is why over here with his allegations.
I'm sure it's all natural. Absolutely. You just eat broccoli and brown rice and chicken breast. You work out. You stay healthy. And you too can put on 20 pounds of muscle in 2 months. It's easy.
Simple.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about? This is all natural. We got Aniko says egregious. Y'all make Takeshita the go-through match to get to Kyle Fletcher?
Right? What are we doing? It's disrespectful on its face. I don't care if Takeshita fucking roasts him. It's still too much. It's not him.
I do have to ask, Chuck Berry saying, why didn't he just give Mark Josh Alexander to face on Collision? Josh Alexander at least is on a winning streak too. Like it's not like it's like Josh Alexander who's just lost a few matches. Like he won back-to-back on Dynamite and Collision. So you could say that, like, oh, he's gonna continue his momentum, get 3 straight over Mark Briscoe here. So you could at least have that doubt that maybe they're going to continue this push for Josh Alexander, but Mark wins in the end. Now there shouldn't be a shot for Mark Briscoe to win this one. Best he can do is a time limit draw.
Oh hell no, disrespectful. I'm pretty convinced now. Like the Josh Alexander thing's right there. So if he's not in it, Takeshita is winning clearly. So I'm hopeful. 80% Takeshita wins.
This is one thing I wanted to comment about the Mercedes and Windsor matchup that I didn't mention. I love that matchup mainly because they convinced me it was going to end in a time limit draw and then did it.
Really?
Yeah, the 10-minute call. Because I was like, how many times do they do a 10-minute call in these matches? I was like, is this going to go to a time limit draw and you make Windsor, like you make it like a 3-way or like 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the pay-per-view or something like that? So I got convinced it was going to end in a time limit draw.
What was the time limit? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I see that.
King Pate says he said his prayers and took his vitamins, brother. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Keep it up. Take Jack Perry with you.
God, no. Dion says, thank you, Dion, for being a member for 4 months now. He says, do y'all think that wrestling as a whole is lacking stories that don't have anything to do with being the champion or being the best?
Well, firstly, I think everything should be an offshoot of that. So that's number one. Number two, it is lacking, though I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing.
I think in general, I agree with your original comment of the premise of professional wrestling is like any simulated or even real combat sport. It should be 2 fighters or multiple fighters fighting for a prize. The prize is usually the championship. The prize is usually being recognized as the best. You could be creative and have more creative stories and stories we haven't seen before, or stories that we haven't seen in a long time. But the premise of professional wrestling, the end all be all, is being the world champion. That's what it's about. You can win other titles. That's kind of the premise, but you can have stories that kind of stem from that.
Yeah, for example, MJF and Hangman feuding over the belt. Mark Briscoe butts his fucking nose in. And now MJF and Mark Briscoe have beef. Like, that's what I mean. So I'm with Big Man Dogs too. I do think there has been an overcorrection. Is a great way to put it. We went too far in the other direction with Vince, where nothing's about the wrestling, and now I feel like we've overcorrected. Whereas like, good lord, outside of Seth Rollins, everything's about this or that. Enough. So to be fair, I don't think they have the bullets to do not wrestling storylines. Every time I see them, they go poorly. Death Riders, Elite. I'm sure I can think of something with letter B. It's not the top of my fucking head. Oh, John Cena's fucking heel run. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah. That's the most obvious. That's the obvious one right there.
Good lord. So yeah, I don't trust him to not do it. It's a whole bunch of serious people yammering on about nothing for hours on end. It's booked the wrong way. It's booked top down when it should be booked bottom up. It should be Triple H giving these losers shit to run with. Instead, it's all these losers who think like him just give him ideas. Outside of what's that man's name? Ed something?
Ed Koski.
Outside of the great Ed Koski, just give him his own ideas that he deals with. It's a terrible way to do it. I hate it.
Yeah. Dion says, I liked the stories like Kane and Undertaker lore. Annika says, same with has Swerve and Hangman. Dang, that's why Hangman is the best this year.
Yeah.
That has its own lore, its own story to it. Like it works.
Yeah, but it started because Swerve won a Hangman spot. As the guy who gets those title shots and shit. I'm here for it. Bring back Vince Russo. Solve problem.
But those ones, everything runs dry. Like I think the Elite stuff worked. It worked through the Hangman original chase of the AEW World Championship, but it ran dry into like 2022. Too much. Then you have something like the Bloodline, which probably had the longest run of any like top faction in wrestling history. They went 5 years, but like 2024 came. And I'll tell you what the season finale was. It was the men's war games. Like whether they liked it or not, that was the season finale, the series finale. That was the 9th inning on the Bloodline. Y'all can keep telling us it's the 3rd inning. Keep telling us it's extra innings. There's still at bats. All that nonsense. That was the 9th inning. There was no outs left, and the game was over. And
you know what that felt like? You're a reality TV show fan. It felt like, they bring motherfuckers back at the end of the season or 2 months after the season ends to have this big thing. That's what it felt like. You bring back Sammy and Jay. One big send-off. Hey, we're ending this fucking thing. And like, we're still here? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? There's more? Ooh.
Still here. Now we have a new name, the MFTs.
Sir, stop it.
We couldn't even come up with a good name for this.
Look how Roman and Heyman both dipped. They saw the writing on the wall. Like, oh, time to go.
Oh, you gonna do something over here? All right, yeah. We can carry Seth over here. That's fine. That's fine.
Poor Solo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that everything runs dry. And NWO, they went like 2 years too long. Like that ran dry. Like happens. DX, they tried to bring that back how many times? 1999, they tried to bring it back. The same year they broke up, tried to bring it back.
Outrageous.
Did not work.
That was outrageous.
Other than the Run DMC DX theme, it accomplished nothing. Fire. Still listen to that. Tried to bring it back in 2006. Sold some t-shirts, but it was some awful content.
Is that the Vince
has
stuff?
not, huh?
Is that the Vince stuff?
Yeah, Vince and Shane
stuff?
when they did
People
their
have
impersonation.
Some people really enjoy that stuff. I really do.
Yo, I've been on podcasts with people that romanticize the Triple H reign of terror. Like I've literally known that is the point where I was like, I think I've been a wrestling fan way too long.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I have no good things to say about the first year and a half, 2 years left. And not one good thing. Not one.
Nah, Dion. That wasn't the
Right,
finale. They tried to gas you and make you think that was the finale. But all the time between Survivor Series and the Netflix premiere, and Jimmy will understand this analogy, and some of y'all will understand this analogy because I know y'all watch the show. It's the final 5 episodes of season 6 of Power. That's all it is. That's all it is. We are stretching this final episode where you could have accomplished what you're going to accomplish here in that final episode. We're going to stretch it out for 5 more episodes. That's all Survivor Series to the Netflix premiere is. That's not the finale. The real finale is episode 10 of season 6 of Power. The real finale here is the Survivor Series.
Oh, so perfect. The whole gang is back. There's Heyman and Punk. It's just perfect. Then it's not. Good Lord. Oh, well.
He said it was the movie after the anime was over.
Right? Here's what happened before they all met up. Oh, stinks.
This wasn't needed. This wasn't
Money
necessary.
grab.
Absolutely. What are we doing here? We go backstage, or I guess earlier today, with timeless Toni Storm at the 2300 arena, all empty, saying that she wants the attention of the Philadelphia Freaks. Insanity is relative. So she promises to do the most batshit bitch to piss in the sink. Storm is a woman in search of her murder. A character in search of a plot. No belt collector or forever champion could take the AEW women's title from her. So she's begging for any woman to play the role in the greatest show on earth. Not to worry, God doesn't judge. That's my job. What did you think?
I don't. I don't. It'd be nice. They wanted to put Tony in the show, so they had her show up in the show. Then they pieced together something for her to say.
There's 2 weeks in a row of them doing that. I don't like it. I understand she's going to be on Collision. I understand she's been doing this. She's been performing on Dynamite and Collision. But I'd much rather her do an in-ring promo on Dynamite and wrestle on Collision than just do less than 1 minute pre-tape. Less than 1 minute pre-tape doesn't scream important Wrestler of the Year candidate.
I told you. What did I tell you? We're on air? I don't think we were on air. I told you, Tony might be the Wrestler of the Year right now. But she's going to get past. Io's going to put her out of the water. Because Io's going to keep wrestling and doing what she does. And Tony's going to keep talking, but she doesn't have anything to say, which is an issue. And you're not gonna confuse me by having her say that she has nothing to say. That's not gonna work. No. Poor Tony. Very talented, fantastic character. But we're done. It's over. Sorry, we can call it.
It's not over. It's not over. Wrestler of the year.
Yeah, sure. She can hold on, but that's all she'll be doing is holding on.
She holding on. She checks all the boxes.
Checks all the boxes. One of the boxes having something to do. You would think that'd be a box. Does things.
EO didn't have that for 2 months. What are you talking about?
Well, 2 months is gonna seem like the blink of an eye for the next 5 or 6. This thing
this is ridiculous. This is
over.
Ridiculous. She got.
I'm sorry.
No, she has to lose this title before the end of the year.
To who? To who?
Willow.
Oh my God, we're still on this Willow
I'm pushing
thing.
it. Yes, I
love Willow.
Willow's
my favorite wrestler right now.
I'm still on the Willow thing, but we're running out. We're running out of challengers right now.
We ran out. We're not running out of anything.
No, we ran out over the last couple of months with Megan Bayne, with freaking Megan Bayne, Mercedes Moné, and Athena. Those are like a murder's row of those should be people that she shouldn't just be going challenger of the month. They should be multiple months. Those are multiple. I know AEW doesn't usually do it, but they should be doing multiple month feuds with the likes of like Athena, Mercedes Moné, or Megan Bayne. If they did multiple months with Megan Bayne, though, they would have to change the title, and they obviously don't want to do that. So I understand that one. But Mercedes, I understand Mercedes. She has another title. I understand Athena has the ROH title, but out of all of them, she's the one that should have had a multi-month feud with her.
Agreed. This outside of Mariah May, this reign has no real structure, which is the issue. It feels like we never know where this thing is going. We're kind of winging it, which is fine if you were creative, which we're not. So we're just stuck doing challenging one shit at the end. Listen, we can heat up Megan Bayne. I don't see it. Never mind. Forget that thought. I was gonna say we can heat up if Tony can just hold on long enough while we heat up Megan Bayne. We can do the Megan Bayne thing. I don't think Tony can hold on long enough for it to happen.
Out of all the title matches, that's the one that feels like a missed opportunity. That's the one that felt like, that was the one where you should have changed it.
Yeah. Instead, Megan Bayne is wrestling with what's her name, Penelope Ford. Holy shit. Insanity.
Willow came out and fought with Marina Shafir in the opening brawl. That was her inclusion on last night's show. So
no entrance either. She just came out.
Yeah, she just came out. King Pate says they love Willow so much they brought her back into the Death Rider story when she ran out to attack Marina.
Well, boy. This roster is really talented in ring wise.
What happened?
This roster is really talented in ring wise because there's enough every week to fool you into thinking it's a well-booked show. It isn't.
Yeah.
It's probably good.
Renee Paquette is backstage. She's with Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron, who was upset that her face was still busted up last week despite wearing a face mask. Statlander says the Wrath wasn't in the mask. The Wrath was inside her all along. Cameron rips off the mask and she's got like face paint, the pink eyeliner. And she says that they're undefeated as a team. And she says that we're calling out Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford and Triangle of Madness. And Harley just screams out, Brodido! She's like, no, we will not. We would not be. It's like it's better that they stick with Ford, Bayne, and the Triangle of Madness like they talked about. Then Wheeler Yuta shows up and Harley hisses at him like a cat and puts her claws up. He told her to put her claws away, saying that the Death Riders have Chris's back. Cameron says that you can tell your boss that if anyone is looking out for their backs, it's themselves. There you go. Then Marina Shafir joined, and Statlander said for them to tell our friend that she got his message. Yuta said that he'll relay it before leaving, saying that he's pretty tough after everything he's been through tonight. As Cameron says, they seem fun. Harley is always the fucking highlight of every segment she's ever been part of.
She's fucking brilliant. I forgot how much I love Harley Cameron. That was great. That was great. Statlander feels out of place. At the very least, not very serious in here. But fucking Harley Cameron is fucking fantastic. I can't take my eyes off her. She's brilliant. I love how Statlander's now got 2 storylines at the same time that don't work. It's kind of impressive. She's doubling up. Fair enough.
This all would work. This all would work in theory if they had kept Chris and Willow away from each other since All Out last year.
I can see that.
And that this story of the Death Riders trying to recruit Chris is the way that we get them back together.
That also could have been fun. Sure. Let's do that. Is that what's gonna happen?
Because they did 6 months of will they, won't they for the last 6 months. It's completely made that side of the story now work. I still believe, like, you know me, ever since the first segment that we saw with the Death Riders and Chris, I was like, there's a story that can work here. Whether it's Chris joining the group, whether it's Chris turning it down and fully going babyface, like, there's a story that can work there, and it can work to build momentum back for Chris. So I'm hoping that they pay it off. It's just, unfortunately, with this company, I see a lot of stories start and then just stop out of nowhere. So
yeah, I don't know if I don't know which I prefer. I think another heel turn for Statlander could be career ending. Like, we're heading into Big Show Kane territory. Like, what are we doing? We don't know what the fuck we're doing. So yeah, I keep a babyface. Yeah, I figure something out.
yeah, that's what I said. It should, like, even though I said, like, this would work better if they kept them separate. You didn't keep them separate. But you should still do that story of this whole Death Riders thing is the way they come back together. And I feel like this story is being dragged out or delayed a bit because they're trying to time the peak of the story, the solution of the story, with women's tag team titles. Because I feel like Willow and Chris are going to be the first women's tag team champions.
So we are doing that.
It feels like they are. The signs are there, unfortunately. I don't think they're ready for it quite yet.
Whatever. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm giving up on wrestling.
Oh my god!
I'll never be good again. I'm convinced. Collision was peak. It's been all downhill since then.
He's like, it's never been the same after Collision. It's never been
A bunch of incompetence running it. They can fool me for 6 months at a time.
I think the character should be sat, just turning heel and face.
She's got split personalities. That's hilarious.
I love
Big Man Dawes.
Big Man Dawes is our Google Trends aficionado.
I was gonna say, is it that bad? Like, you mean compared to other women mid-carders? That would be rough. That'd be particularly rough. Like compared to Willow and fucking Bane, Hater. Jimmy Hater came back and I feel nothing. What's going on in the world? Don't know.
I'm happy Jamie Hayter's back. I just would like to see her more.
That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
That'd be nice. That'd be decent. I think they should just throw there because they are building like this whole like women coming together and fighting together. Just throw a woman's blood and guts on All Out. Blow your load. Do something that your fan base has wanted you to do for so long.
What's the story? Like, who are these people in this match?
Well, you got Bane, Penelope Ford, and Triangle of Madness on one side. They sometimes team with like Athena and Billy Starks and them on occasion. And then the babyface side is Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, Alex Windsor, a Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, Queen Amanada.
No. You gave it a shot. I'll let you get it off the net. Ill.
You were making ill faces to Willow. Like, you were ridiculous.
I love Willow, but you were like fucking. You started out with Bane. All right. Ford. Oh. Triangle of Madness already. We got one person on this team. Okay. What we got over here? Willow and Timeless Tony Storm and Windsor. All right. No. We're going to have no fucking blood and guts with 3 people in it. Enough of this. Enough. Sorry. Oh.
Yep, Ty Mello, Anna J. Come on, man.
Enough. They to the shadow realm with whoever fucking Cheetah is. Enough. Our sins of the past. Beat it.
All right, we'll see what happens.
We move beyond you.
Next up, we got the AEW World Tag Team Championships up for grabs. Brodido, Brody King, and Bandito defending against the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Good reaction for Brodido this week once again. After a quick opening exchange between Bandito and Yuta, it turned into an all-out slugfest between the big man Claudio and King, who were throwing absolute bombs at one another. You get King avoided the giant swing. He hits an assisted Cazadora slam by Bandito and follow-up senton. Bandito started doing the Macarena, which King politely declined doing as the fans were bummed he didn't do it, so it got a Macarena chant. Bandito connected with a wildly impressive stalling vertical suplex on Claudio before going up to the top for a dive, only to be caught into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Claudio. Castagnoli launched Bandito to the floor and Yuta pounced on him as we went to commercial break. They worked over Bandito. Then Yuta planted him with an angle slam for a 2 count. We get "fuck you, Yuta" chants until Castagnoli decked King off the apron with a big boot. That delay led to an attempted Dragon Rana by Bandito, who was caught, only to be countered into a code red crazy spot by Bandito on Claudio. King made the hot tag and he comes in running wild. He came out swinging before sandwiching Yuta and Castagnoli in the corner, following with a double cannonball. We get a wild Bandito Hurricane Rana on his partner that sent Brody doing a cannonball into Claudio. Bandito followed with a frog splash but crashed and burned. Yuta made the tag. Brodido started hitting double chops to the back of Yuta, who commentary reminded us took thumbtacks to the back earlier in the night. They lined up their monkey flip 450, but Marina Shafir tripped up Bandito, allowing Claudio to mow him down with the uppercut, and then the brawl was on with Brody. Shafir ran distraction on referee Bryce, giving John Moxley a chance to show up and throw Brody King into the ring post. Fastball special on Bandito after a superplex led to a kick out at 2 as the crowd popped huge for that. We get a giant swing on Bandito as Yuta hit a mid-revolution dropkick, only this time King lunged to break the count. Castagnoli took the referee as Moxley stalked Brody on the outside. Darby Allin then sprinted out. He jumps on Moxley's back, taking him down, starts brawling with him. King waffled Claudio with a roundhouse forearm. Yuta ate one as well as he went for a tope suicida, placing him right in position for the 21 plex. Bandito gets the 1-2-3. Brodido retains the AEW World Tag Team Championships thanks to an assist from Darby Allin, who Moxley and Castagnoli chased out of the arena as Brodido stood tall. Good matchup here, man. Brodido has not had less than a good matchup to me. I thought this was a good matchup. They worked well. They got the crowd involved. Crowd popped big for that final near fall attempt. And I like Darby Allin coming out and still being a thorn in the side of the Death Riders. They've been telling that story over the last couple of weeks. I know it's not to your liking how much they've been telling that story, but it has been effective. What did you think?
Match was good. Is it a makeshift tag team? Bandito and Brody King, certainly. But I think they work relatively well together. And I think they're both talented, and they're a general net positive on the product. Like a properly pushed version of like Andrade and Phoenix instead of the Wyatt Six. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. It's a different show.
I love how you just go on these tangents where you just get annoyed with one of these companies.
But this is good. This is a really good match. I enjoyed it, even if it did lead to more Death Rider stuff. Good Lord. Darby's great. That's all I keep saying. Darby is jarringly good. He's the pillar, right?
Darby, yeah.
I'm sorry. Every time I think pillar, I think MJF and awful. I keep forgetting Darby.
You have to remember that Darby is a pillar. It's 2 out of 4. They got 2 out of 4, right?
Yeah,
I think that's a good percentage. 50%.
so they got
some people go 0%. New Japan is at 1 out of 3 on their 3 Musketeers.
I might be overrating Darby, but I think Darby is closer to MJF than the other 2 out of Darby. Like, that's how
definitely.
I love Darby.
I don't think you're overrating it at all.
Is that on the same page?
No. Chuck Berry says this match was cool, but what does this mean or for Mox versus Garcia on Collision? Not a serious question, by the way.
Ew. I can't believe they're hyping this fucking match. Mox is wrestling this week.
They are, and we'll talk about the hype package that they gave
this match. He's got some stats I ain't got. He looks at some shit I ain't got. I need Thurston or whoever the fuck it is to come up with some stats because this makes no fucking sense.
He's like he's on TV like all the time. Renee Paquette is in the parking lot with AEW Unified Champion Kazuchika Okada. Renee brought up the tensions between Okada and Takeshita last week. Okada and said that Takeshita said himself he's the alpha. Haha, very nice. Okada is the Rainmaker. He says, I'm the top dog of the Don Callis family. Bitch. Best 2-sentence promo in the game. Jimmy, what did you think?
This should be the top program on the show.
It should be. That was effective.
Right, they've got aura, which is all that counts. And I like their dynamics a lot. Okada is eternally unbothered. And Takeshita can be rather intense when he needs to be. I think it's perfect.
I think the term you're looking for is grossly unbothered. Very nice. I was like, God damn, that was condescending. Renee is doing her being all around the building trick as she is here next again outside of the arena with the Hurt Syndicate as MVP question, what happened to Ricochet? He used to be an exciting young wrestler, but turned into a kiss-ass, a whiny hater, leading a bad example for the 2 young lions in the Gates of Agony. MVP wants them to not let Ricochet turn their careers into a punchline. MVP says that he saw Ricochet said that they'll learn to respect them, but the Hurt Syndicate doesn't ask for respect. They command it. They accept Ricochet's challenge for All Out as MVP looks forward to lacing up his boots and punching Ricochet in his disrespectful, bitch-made mouth. In Toronto, they will hurt. They won't hurt people. They will hurt you. Lashley and MVP walk off while Shelton tries to flirt with Renee and says it's been a pleasure. Good promo by MVP. This would only be MVP's second match in AEW. It is quite the step down from even the AEW World Tag Team title scene. So I was like, I want to know how Tony convinced you to let him do the. Not only is it not like, oh, Tony had to convince them to let him do the Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, FTR matchup for the titles. No, he had to convince them this is the young team that you should put over here, but not really put over. We're just gonna segue you into another feud that we'll give you a pay-per-view match for, but this is quite the step down.
They used to be prominently featured on the show at the top of the second hour, and now they are outside the building talking for a couple minutes at a time. Holy shit. Listen, is it the end of the world? Not yet. But we are closing in. Listen, sometimes I read reports and I go, well, that's nonsense. And then something comes out later, I go, okay, maybe. This feels like you book people who you're annoyed with. Kind of got to get them on the show, but not in any real prominent spot. They're fighting other people we don't give a fuck about. MVP pissed off the wrong people. Can't wait to hear his rants about how Tony Khan is racist.
He's like, Tony Khan worse than that Triple H. I'll tell you. It's worse when when other color people do it to you.
He's Indian.
He's like, that doesn't count. Adam Copeland is next out. He makes his way down to the ring for a promo segment with Christian Cage. But before that promo segment can even go down, FTR come out. They attack Copeland before Christian is out there. They put the boots to Copeland until Christian hits the ring and evens the playing field. Security rushes out to separate all four men. In the melee, we get Dax Harwood was busted open by Christian. A huge group of wrestlers were told that our ROH talent ran out to finally separate the two. This was a nice, intense, quick brawl that accomplished the goal and really made tensions feel high going into All Out. But after that, it just got even better to be because you had one of the wrestlers from ROH that is trying to stop things is Jordan Oliver. And my boy, poor Jordan Oliver, gets laid the fuck out. FTR hits him with the spike power driver. Adam Pearce gets pie-faced by Dax Harwood. We're told that Adam Pearce was part of the team with JD Drake that faced FTR on Collision. And Adam Pearce stands up to FTR. He fires up. The crowd start chanting, Priest, Priest, Priest. Nice little moment for this young talent. Excalibur brought up FTR wrestling Priest and JD Drake on a recent Collision, so there's history there. Then after we come back from commercial break, we get FTR and Stokely are backstage. Stokely says that the next time Copeland or Christian put their hands on him, it'll be a reckoning. Harwood screams off screen for Adam Pearce to come to them. He tries to apologize for getting too fired up. Wheeler badmouthed him and says that he's a nobody looking at somebody's. He says that you think that you can do that after your one time on TV. He was like, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be 2 times on TV. You get your gear, you get a partner. This Saturday, they'll make him somebody. Stokely told him to get his bitch ass out of here. And then he says, I got something to say. Top guys. Can we talk about like FTR? Like have had this like spring turnaround and like shot up my tag team of the year list. This act with Stokely, like I don't think people were giving enough credit. It's really good. It's really good. They're so good together. Stokely is good on his own, but his chemistry is really up there, and they go to the umpteenth degree of being like deplorable, annoying heels. That it just works so well. FDR has always been great in the ring, but they've turned it up where they're great heels in the ring. I'm reminded how great they've always been as heels, but they were babyface for so long. That's why I tend to forget. But Stokely being a part of this act has really took it to a next level to me.
I gotta be honest, first couple months they were together, not only did I not see it, I thought everybody kind of came out the worst for it. I feel like Stokely turned himself down to kind of fit the FTR aesthetic of serious motherfuckers. But I don't know when it happened a couple months ago, where he kind of become more of the Stokely we know. And FTR has loosened up and their ridiculousness. Fucking Cash here after Stokely tells me to get his bitch ass on, he repeats the line, of course.
Yeah, get your bitch ass on.
I fucking cracked up laughing. They are fucking perfection. I needed some in my life. They're my favorites. And they're going to manage to carry two very old men, I imagine, to a great match in Canada, I guess. You can get out the Outrunners. You can get out Eddie Christian. I just have to imagine.
Yeah. Christian still has it in him, and Copeland can have it dragged out of him.
That's a good way to put it.
Just saying. I'm just saying. This is the level they at. But yeah, man. Oh man, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And this was I like the brawl because it was short to the point. You're like, these guys can't even be in the same distance from each other without brawling with one another. That's the point they're trying to get across, and they got across it in like 5 minutes, the whole segment.
Yeah, this was really well done. There's lots of stuff that works in the show. So not about things that don't.
Video package aired for your favorite match coming up on Collision. Daniel Garcia versus Jon Moxley this Saturday. They talked about the past matches between the two men and that Moxley is now 3-0 against Garcia. Garcia says that he wants everything that Moxley has. He wants his legacy, and he knows that he can do it. He can beat Jon Moxley, and he plans to prove it this Saturday. Do you think he could do it?
No. Number one, no. Number two, who cares? Part 6 on the Daniel Garcia push. Oh my God, I'm gonna try this again. All right, sure. Has anything changed? Does he still do the fucking dance? Is he still a good technical wrestler? Does he still look like he needs to be on whatever Cal Fletcher is on? Yes. So why are we doing this again?
So it takes steroids for you to turn around on somebody.
First of all,
you've turned around. I'll give you credit. There's a few people that I think stand out that don't get talked about enough, but you've turned around quite considerably with Bandito. I will give you that.
He's a fun tag team wrestler. When people know their place, I'm good. When bookers know their place,
disrespecting one of the best in-ring workers of the year. That's ridiculous.
I'm not knocking it. Listen, he's a fun. He's a great ROH top guy. So good spot to put. I like it. And listen, I don't need you to be on. First of all, don't say you need to be on steroids for me to turn around. The world is turned around on Kyle Fletcher. There's nobody outside of maybe Adam Cole and his loved ones who don't like Kyle Fletcher. Everybody likes Kyle Fletcher. Because he looks the part of a wrestler and he's very talented. Daniel Garcia looks like he's with Wheeler and Hook and who am I missing? Guevara and Perry. He's in that group, is he not? No disrespect.
I don't think he's in that group.
You can put him at the top of the class if you like, but he's in the class. He's riding in the front of the bus.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's got, like you said, Tony Storm's Wrestler of the Year for right now. You still got more than a month to lose it. Garcia can turn his year around with a strong final.
Turn his year? His year?
He could turn
Tony's having
around.
Tony's having a rough couple of months, not a rough couple of 4 years. We're done with Daniel Garcia. It's over.
Garcia's gonna have a strong 4 months. No, I'm trying to promote. Well, strong 4 months, so that when we do our AEW tier list for 2025, he's gonna be out the seas.
Okay, I do need a reminder. Was the rumors of him going to NXT, was that this year? And did he showed up
last year? That was last year.
Showed up on TV.
That was last year. Yeah.
Jesus.
That was the show where he announces he re-signed. Is the show
that
went head to head with NXT. I think that went head. If I'm not mistaken, it went head to head with the ECW NXT show.
What month was that? Do you remember?
November of last year.
It's worked out how I thought it was. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying it would have worked better in NXT. You had the same issues there because it's the same guy. No disrespect. What do you want from me? Why do you guys love what Daniel Garcia? I don't understand.
He's got talent. He's talented. He can wrestle. He's got skill.
Yeah, not enough of that going on.
He's got a likability to him.
Why?
He's got heart. He's got determination.
Oh, good Lord.
Let's talk about the main event. All-Star 8-man tag team matchup. The babyfaces got AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page, the Cleaner Kenny Omega, JetSpeed, the Jet Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey. They are going up against the Don Callis family, which includes TNT champion Kyle Fletcher, the Walking Weapon Josh Alexander, and these guys again. You can tell they're running out of stuff. They're just like, we don't really care.
How long are we gonna do this?
They're gonna wrestle these guys again. The whole story is that they are paying off all their expenses that they did while they were EVPs. So that is the story that commentary told us as they were making their entrance here. They did get their old EVP music back this week as well. Earlier in the day, an insulted Matt and Nick were forced to take part in a meet and greet that was $20 for a photo and an 8x10. Meanwhile, this was the first time that Page and Omega have teamed together since All In London 2023. Page and Alexander kicked things off with a back and forth until Fletcher got a cheap shot to the back. Page landed on his feet on a German suplex attempt by Alexander and then booted him in the face, but he was again blindsided by Fletcher. Omega ran in, and the match quickly broke down early on in this one with all four babyfaces hitting a quadruple dive to the outside. Back inside, Alexander was lit up by Omega and Page chops to the chest and to the back. Things went to commercial with JetSpeed in the driver's position. During the break, Omega found himself worked over, but made the hot tag to Speedball, who ran wild momentarily before Alexander hit a release German suplex. Nick made the hot tag and started going crazy. He eats a missile dropkick by Kevin the Jet Knight, but you get lightning quick offense from Knight, who hit a huge dropkick, but Nick got his knees up on the splash. Matt tagged in and hits the rolling Northern Lights suplexes. Then we get Knight countered a third into a tornado DDT. Page tagged in and immediately planted Matt with a fall-away slam. Alexander ate a springboard lariat. Fletcher tagged in, but Omega and Page hit a snazzy pop-up German suplex. Alexander saved Fletcher from a V-trigger buckshot combination as Fletcher wiped out Omega with a dive. Fletcher returned and charged at Page, who flattened the TNT champion with a high stack pop-up powerbomb. We get this cool spot where Alexander wanted a power driver on the barricade as he was fighting there with Speedball, but Kevin the Jet Knight leaped off the top with a clothesline, taking him into the front row, which looked insane. Bailey was pulled off the barricade by Matt, and Nick transitioned into a TK driver. We get Nick going crazy. He does the Tornillo to the outside. He connects with a Meltzer driver on the inside. Crazy amount of spots. He was great in this matchup. We get the Snapdragons by Omega as he starts running wild in the Callis family for a bit. The Bucks tag in, and then Omega tags in Hangman, and we get our Omega Hangman Bucks stare off. Holy shit chants from the 2300 arena. Wild series of home run shots by everyone until Nick accidentally takes out Matt with a buckshot lariat before Page turned him inside out with a lariat of his own. We go for the V trigger on Matt, and then Page wanted a buckshot lariat, but Matt was able to pull Nick out the way. Omega and Page pulled up only to be dropped by the Bucks. An amazing sequence of offense there. Fletcher slowly stalks down Page, looking to put him away at this point. We get Fletcher avoided the dead eye, traded tombstones with Fletcher, connecting successfully for a 2 count. Callis said that Fletcher is everything he wanted Omega to be, but was too weak to become it. Running boot in the corner by Fletcher, who tried a brainbuster, but Page floated over. We get a wild springboard sunset flip for a 2 count by Kevin the Jet Knight when he tags in. He goes crazy for a bit. Speedball makes a tag on an avalanche brainbuster by Fletcher on Knight. He hits an avalanche poison Rana to Fletcher. Then the Bucks come in with the super kick party. Nick took out Omega and Page with a dive to the outside. Assisted tombstone by Matt and Alexander. And then Fletcher finished off Kevin the Jet Knight with the sheer drop brainbuster for the 1-2-3 to win for the Callis family. Post-match, Callis applauded his crew. Alexander and Fletcher beat down Omega and Page. Archer and Rocky Romero joined the beatdown. They set up a chair in the middle of the ring for Fletcher, who was left alone with the AEW World Champion. He delivers the sheer drop Dreambuster through the chair. Omega covered up a Page trying to protect the World Champion. Romero and Archer set up a table at ringside. Omega tried fighting off the numbers, but Fletcher caught him in the ribs with a broken chair. Fletcher then dragged Omega to the apron. He picks him up. He delivers a sheer drop brainbuster off the apron through the table, destroying Omega as Callis is on commentary laughing his ass off at Fletcher's back is bleeding as he got scraped up by the wood and the steel of the table. Doctors quickly tended to Omega as the Callis family stood over Omega's broken body. Hangman was forced to watch all of this as the crowd is left quiet as their two heroes were left fallen by the Callis family, who feel stronger than ever. Omega was stretchered out of 2300 Arena after the show went off the air. This main event was fantastic. I love the main event. This is probably my favorite of the All-Star 8-man tags. Not my favorite trios matchup. Favorite trios match is the Takeshita and the Bucks, but the 8-man tag variant of these All-Star tags, this may be my favorite. The crowd was on fire. They had good storytelling moments with Fletcher obviously really trying to establish himself as going after the world championship throughout the matchup. There's the little moments where he's stalking Page. He's going after Omega, stuff like that. Josh Alexander targeting Omega. That's his whole reason for being in the Don Callis family from the promo he did on Collision. That was well done. The moment of the elite lore of all the members being in the ring and a great sequence of offense there. Had fantastic balls to the wall action, as good as any of those 8-man all-star tags can be, and you had some of the best performers in the company to do it. The post-match may be even better than that. I thought they made Kyle Fletcher look like a fucking monster. I was like, he laid out both of them. They couldn't throw a bone to any other member of the Callis family to lay out Omega at least. Like, I understand he's going to get the world title shot, but he had to lay out Omega too? God damn. They added a little bit of rocket fuel to the rocket they're strapping to Fletcher's back right now. Jimmy, what did you think about the main event and the post?
This year sucked. I at the beginning of the year, I had to watch fucking Jey Uso take LA Knight's push. And now I've got to watch Kyle Fletcher get Takeshi's push. Does these niggas have against me? I don't know. I do run my mouth a lot, but what the fuck? That aside, this was great. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. I struggle to give MVP to. I thought everybody was great here. Kevin Knight, by the way, another young man who gets in proper shape. Fantastic. He's built well. And his push is working, like Fletcher, unlike Hook, unlike Garcia, unlike Wheeler, unlike Eddie Moria. I'm sorry, it's not a coincidence. No,
Speedball's not in that shape, and I think his push is.
Speedball is an old man. That doesn't count.
He's your age.
He's not an upcoming. He's your age. He's not an upcoming young vet. He's been around the block for forever. Yeah, I struggle to give MVP. I thought everybody was great. Knight was great. JetSpeed.
Nigga, we're the same age. What are you talking about? Like, I just caught that.
About?
I just caught that. He's your age. Nigga, we're the same age.
What are you talking about? Isn't your birthday like in May?
Yeah, I'm 3 months older than you. It's your birthday already passed. Like, you can say this in June. You can say this in July. You can't say it after the first week of August, nigga.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Because you're wrong. Like, what the fuck?
Ultimately, my MVP is going to. It did not. It was terrible. It's a waste of fucking time. Also, the MVP of this match goes to Nick Jackson for me, who was all over the fucking place. And he's got stamina for days. Pause. He was running around, flipping off shit, jumping on these cocksuckers. It was fucking great. He was fantastic. That's what a post match. The goal was to make Fletcher look a badass. We certainly did that. Big time. Now, I assume this all leads to a Hangman victory. It probably fucking should, but I'm here for it. This was really well done. In a vacuum, I look forward to seeing Fletcher versus Hangman. Yeah, we're talking about last week how Hangman versus Takeshita wouldn't be a big draw. Hangman versus Fletcher, I would say, is a step down from that. Good lord.
Yeah. But they had an awesome TV match in the Owen Hart Cup.
They did.
Ahead of Double or Nothing. So I expect pay-per-view, they're going to step it up even further and have a match of the year candidate if all goes well there. So I'm looking forward to that. I think JetSpeed is doing well with the push they're getting. We have on them.
Why are they in the main event?
Because they're the babyface tag team. They're the babyface tag team that fits this style of matchup. What do you think about Omega getting written off before the big Canada show? Probably your biggest Canadian star getting written off before the big Canada show. Maybe the reports are true. What Dave reported in the Observer newsletter that Omega's more banged up than people realize.
Yeah, he looked good in this match. I don't wonder what kind of drugs he was on for it. Because if he's not gonna be at fucking All Out, then yeah, he's feeling it. Oh, he's not that old, right? How old's Omega? 40-something?
He's I want to say 43.
Yeah, he might be 43, but he's an old 43. His body's probably closer to 50.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically like Hiroshi Tanahashi. All those guys from like the 2010s of New Japan, their bodies are like a decade older than their actual age. He's 41.
Oh shit.
Like you would not believe me if I told you Hiroshi Tanahashi is only 48 years old.
Oh my god, he looks terrible. No disrespect. Atrocious. Watch you walk. It's like, oh, you look like you're in pain just walking. But yeah, if he's not gonna be at the Canada show, he's hurt. Because you know he would like to be there, and they would really like him there. Someone's gonna sell out regardless. That's a real issue. I think Omega does a lot of lifting in this company. Just the idea of having Kenny Omega around without him is a problem. I don't know if it's one that's easily fixed either.
Because you know it has to be serious if they're writing him off now. Now would be the time that you would use the limited time that he has available. Use him until you could get an Ospreay or a Swerve back. So you know it's got to be something serious while they're writing him off.
Yeah. Can they hold on to the way they've been, I don't want to say booking, to the product they've been putting out the last, say, 2 weeks? And like the last episode before that, but like last week and this week, I thought really good.
Yeah. I think the 2300 residency, I think all their residencies have gone extremely well as far as like what the tickets they're selling out in and the crowds that they're getting. But I think the 2300 2 weeks in has definitely been the best. Like the crowds have been very vocal, but I don't think they can keep up that quality if you got that many top stars gone. Like star power is something that is already so limited in AEW. So when you lose 3 that are legitimate, bona fide top stars, that's going to affect your overall product. You got people from underneath that are trying to fill in that void. And then you got people underneath them who's trying to fill the void left by them that has to move up. And people have to learn new positions. People have to grow a bigger connection with the fans. So it's a growing process. We got to expect some growing pains, but I'm more interested to find out like what the deal is with Omega and why he needed to get written off right here, right now, because I would at least have him be used until the All Out pay-per-view and then write him off.
Yeah. He mustn't leave right now. What's that about?
Yeah. I'm interested. I think it is very interested. Fletcher is being positioned as the guy. But I think it comes down to what we discussed it for like 30 minutes last week was can't book Takeshita and Hangman and expect a clean finish to be like, because there's so much conversation on what the finish should be. It is easier to do. Fletcher already have a title. We're already pushing him. Put him in the matchup. He gets the exposure of being in a main event world title matchup, or at least a world title matchup on a pay-per-view. He'll lose, but he doesn't lose anything because he's still the champion.
Right. Does this main event, you think? Or does Edge and Christian main event? My other guess.
I think if they add a stipulation to Edge and Christian, that should be the main event. If Darby and Moxley is a coffin match, I think you can pull it off. If you kind of build it and advertise it as final time, Darby and Moxley, can Darby finally beat Moxley, something like that. So there's a chance there. Those are the three top matches, it seems. Fletcher and Hangman, the Edge and Christian reunion against FTR, and Moxley and Darby.
Disrespectful as fuck. If Moxley has about this thing, I might quit.
I do agree. Over Copeland Christian, that's kind of wild. Sir.
Also, Hangman and
Cope, how you pull your politic card out for Revolution, but not All Out?
Yeah, I can't. I like Darby a lot. I'm not headlining Moxley and Darby. I don't care what kind of match it is. I remember when Triple H Shawn Michaels headlined pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, I think, over Benoit and Kane. All right, well, fair enough. It's Benoit and Kane.
Oh yeah. The Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, 2004.
Yeah. This ain't Hell in a Cell. It's a coffin match.
I thought you were referring to DX versus Legacy headlining over Cena versus Orton. But that was Hell in a Cell 2009.
Oh,
it headlined over that and Punk versus Taker in Hell in a Cell.
And it was DX and who?
DX versus Legacy. Cody and Teddy.
Wait, what?
He was like, he heard Legacy. He was like, oh, it must be Orton.
I was like, Orton and who? There's two other ones. Oh,
Cody and Teddy. Yes, that was the most egregious to me. Of like, nigga, you did not need to main event this shit. What are we even doing here? But no. Let's see what happens there with that one. But some interesting stuff from the main event. So obviously that's the biggest stuff on the show. But we want to know from you, what was your moment of the night, your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, out of 10, what did you give this show? Final call for super chat donations. Thank you to everyone who sent their support today. We appreciate y'all for that. But final call on any super chat donations if you want to show some love before we're off the air here. But Jimmy, write down your number. For me and you, we need to give them our thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle for the September 3rd, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. Out of 10, I prefer the matches on this show, but I prefer the angles and the promos on last week's show. So I may just split the difference and just give it the same rating. So I would go 8.5.
Jesus. You see it? Oh, there you go.
7.5. I was going to go with 8. That's the funny part. I was going to go with 8. But then I had to think about it. Breaking it down, I was like, the promos and the angles were better on last week's show, but I think the wrestling was better on this week's show. Well, both have two killer matches. Both the main events from the last 2 weeks have been awesome.
Well, that's true. Too much nonsense on the show for me. By nonsense, I mean stuff that if you missed it, you'd be fine. Tony Storm, Ricochet. Too much. Fucking the Death Riders a second time. Fucking Mark Briscoe and Lance Archer. Oh, good Lord. Enough.
We got Big Man. Yeah, I'll go with 8. I'll go 8. That was my original thought before we started the show. I'll go with 8 out of 10 so we can keep our 0.5 streak on. We got Chuck Berry says thumbs up, 8 out of 10 for me. We got Big Man Dogs who says, yeah, it was short on angles. We got Ace who went 8 out of 10, and Big Man Dogs went 7.75. What was your match of the night, Jimmy?
I really like the opening match, but I'm gonna have to go with the main event. I thought it was a fantastic car crash.
All-Star 8-man tag, 100% match of the night tonight. I agree. The opener was really strong, much better than I even expected with Mercedes and Windsor, though. Moment of the night, I'm gonna go with Kyle Fletcher, the world beater.
I'm gonna go with Stoke. Telling the homeboy to get his bitch ass on. I love how bold he is. These niggas standing beside him.
Bitch ass on. So crazy. MVP for the show, I'm gonna give it to the Don Callis family.
I'm gonna go with Darby, who somehow made these Death Riders palatable, at least for 15 minutes at a time.
Fair. LVP for the show, either Gabe Kidd for me or feels mean, but yeah, Gabe Kidd or Jordan Oliver.
Oh shit. I'm going with Lance Archer. Lance Archer might be even lower on the totem pole than Rocket with Barrel, which is fucking outrageous.
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, commentary shit. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh yeah, commentary was bad. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you're right. It's actually commentary. It's actually commentary. And yeah, we did everything pretty much. Yeah. So there you have it. That is what we thought about last night's AEW Dynamite. I appreciate y'all for joining us. If you haven't already, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about AEW Dynamite this week. And Jimmy, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they shall see you again. Thank you as always.
On Twitter, we are live tweeting the end of the fucking world, or at least the end of my country. At Jimmy Macram, and on YouTube at Jimmy Macram, TV shows and movies. I'll be putting Peacemaker up eventually. Me and SP3 watching that.
Eventually. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat. Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. I'm thinking probably this weekend we'll be dropping the latest GOAT match series as we start our Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Ric Flair trilogy from 1989. So go over there and check it out. I'll be back here live, not on Saturday, on Sunday at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time, the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. We'll be talking about everything that went down last weekend with Clash in Paris, AJ Lee return, what's going to go down on SmackDown this week. We're talking about Dynamite, Collision, CMLL, and everything in between. So join us live on Sunday for the flagship podcast. But for Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 214. Omega down and out. We are signing off next time.